Alrighty, one, two, three. There we go. All right, hey everybody. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Loki says hello. He's doing something around here. He's running around in circles. But hope you guys are all having a good day here. Well, I guess today is going to be a lot of stuff here. Basically, not only are we going to be talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but I want to take a few minutes to talk about Nvidia. A lot of stuff is going to be going on there, and then on top of that, we're going to be going throughout some of the news today in both crypto and stock market besides Nvidia. Trying to think, I had a spiel, but then I forgot I didn't make tea, so I forgot what I was going to say because I made some nice tea. But anyway, a lot of stuff to talk here about today. Mostly because of the way Bitcoin's been acting. We did make a new cycle high only for it to just get smacked back down. So of course we're going to have to talk about that. We'll be looking again at some of the long-term trades as far as Fairdesk and BYD are concerned. Those seem to be doing still okay, still positive, so that's a really good sign there. And then afterwards, what I'm going to be doing is really just trying to focus on some of these altcoins here and see what hasn't popped yet, because we've been having those struggles here for a little bit of time. I think that'll be a good 2-hour stream. Today I also made sure to get a cigar out. I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to smoke, but I got a Romeo and Julieta Reserve, and then I got a this thing called Leaf by Oscar. I've never had one before, but the cigar doesn't really look like this. It's just like you take off this band, you unwrap it. Well, I guess I'm going to have this one here. But I guess there's a cigar in here, which I've never had before, so that'll be interesting. It feels kind of hard, to be frank, so I might have to let this rest a little bit more. I'll take it out, but I know I have to let this rest some more. It doesn't have enough give, so it's going to be kind of a harder draw. This one gives a little bit of a squeeze, just a little bit, just enough to make you be like, ooh, that's a good smoke. But anyway, let's get started here with Bitcoin. And hey, Ty, happy to see you back as always. FCG, Logan, Tyler, Ty Malone. Oh, Ty Malone again. And I appreciate you guys. Now, excuse me. As far as we're concerned with Bitcoin here today, there's a few things. The daily chart, we're still fine. We're still going sideways. We had that dip down. We'll see if it will break down again, or if it'll try to break down. We didn't break down below this low over here, but we'll see if we'll try to break down again, or if we'll try to continue this somewhat volatile move to the upside that we saw for maybe a little bit today. So what I want to do is go over here to the 15-minute chart, because it just kind of shows you how wild everything was. And there you go. You can see how we actually did make a new cycle high right here, just barely. And then we just got annihilated back down here to maybe 50,755. And that was a smackdown of about $2,242. And it didn't even feel like it, because at the end of the day, we were still above $50,000, kind of around 51,000 basically. And now we're kind of hovering back over here around 52,116. This is just kind of crazy, because what's basically happening here are certain traders are being rewarded and certain types of traders are being punished with a little bit more of an extreme going for it, right? Long-term traders are happy right now. Things are still moving upwards and they're content. Swing traders, they are kind of happy if they've been buying altcoins, and if they've been buying Bitcoin, they haven't seen much good come from it, because the majority of the time it feels like their stop losses are just getting hit, whether you guys are shorting or whether you guys are going long. They're just getting stopped out. And even to a greater degree, I would say day traders right now as well, definitely getting stopped out, definitely having some issues. Unless, I would say, for the majority of you guys, if you guys are trading altcoins, those seem to be the ones that are doing the best. Now, excuse me. Speaking of these altcoins and things, let's say that, I've been following Bitcoin quite a bit. I would say that we saw some of these altcoins coming down a little bit. WLD is one of the things we've been watching. We've been looking at Fetch AI, and then we've also been looking at Ajax. Both still have really good gains from the last few days or weeks when we bought them. However, you're seeing Wild. This is the 15-minute chart. It's come back down from about $8 back down to $6.83, and at one point it was down to $6.15. For a pretty large drop. That drop was about 23% drop in a matter of like a day, basically. So You are seeing some of those tokens that we talked about as far as, ooh, you might want to take some profit here if you want to, buy back in later on. This is a good place to take profit. We've seen that a little bit. WLD has been a good example. Ajax, kind of interesting. It did have that same move down, but even like Bitcoin, it made it a relatively new high before, well, it just coming back down a little bit, but not really too much right now. I would still say this is outperforming Bitcoin here. But this drop, geez, what's going on with my voice? Sorry. I feel like I'm not sitting the right way. Anyway, this drop was 21% before it eventually would rally back up here, a whole whopping 30%. We're in a wild market right now, guys. The other one was Fetch AI. Same concept here, but it ran up even more. For a double top, it's getting rejected, and we'll see what happens afterwards. But you are seeing a lot of these altcoins that have run up. They are still trying to make some moves, despite Bitcoin going into this more volatile, scary time. Let's just call it that. I don't know what I want to tell you guys here. Spell token, there's been a few of them that have been coming down more. So not everything is as nice, right? But I have to say, even with some of these things having consolidation, it's not the end of the world. These are just the same thing as before. These are just buying opportunities for those of you guys who are waiting for these particular coins to try to go back up to the highs we saw just a few weeks ago, which in this example, sand is at 50 cents right now. It could possibly get it back up here to 68 cents. That's viable. So you want to be trying to buy these tokens right now, and that's what I'm trying to do. Things like Pepe, I'm not even going to read those numbers, so let me just skip this. A lot of different altcoins right now, they've had their smaller breakouts and they're on the move, but people have been, I think, just getting out of them because they haven't been moving fast enough. Some of the things that we've been talking about, like maybe Loom here, right? Loom is one of those things that peaked over here last October. It was all the way up here on 50 cents. Right now it's back down at 10 cents. And if we zoom in on it on the daily chart, you can see we've had a few breakouts here and there, a breakout there, a breakout right here, another breakout right here. Well, it hasn't broken out yet. Close to hitting an order block. The golden crosses are right here. And if you hold for maybe a few more months, we should be able to break out above this and start heading for these next levels of resistance, which should take you from like 10 cents basically to 16 cents. I think that's what a lot of people are looking at this moment in time. Day traders, you guys are going for these volatile ones that are still popping off like 10%, 20% every day. I don't see too many of them happening today. Let me go over here to Fairdesk. Jasmy is up 37% right now. RLC, which we own, that one's up 13%. So I would say Jasmy is the winner right now. Jasmy seems to be having the big boom. So there is still potential. I think we own RLC on here. Yeah, we own RLC. We have a 2x leverage play on this one, and it's up 88%, which is really good. And what was the other one that was up besides Jasmy? Mask and ACH. I don't know if I own any Mask. I do not. I own Meme, and Meme is down. And then was it ACH? Something else. ACH. We do have some ACH in that with the 2x leverage is up 40%. So it's pretty much up 20% since we bought it. So we are still seeing those moves, but some of those really rapid growth AI ones seem to be not stuttering out, but definitely, if you look over the past few days, they've kind of slowed down just a tad, mostly because there was a sell-off and then people just immediately bought back in. And that's kind of the same vibe you're getting with Bitcoin, right? There was a small sell-off, look at the 15-minute chart, and then people just naturally just bought back in. And now here we are back at the status quo. I might even say above the status quo because it looks like between 51,000 and 52,000 is where the market is trying to stay. And we're above $52,000 right now, even though it's only by a few $100s. So we're in a good spot. All right, 1 hour chart. There we go. Basically keeping this nice and easy here. Do I think I can do a video on how leverage works, the ins and outs, and what to be mindful of? Yeah, I can definitely do a video of that. I'll probably do it on Fairdesk, perhaps. Yeah, that'd probably be the better one because I have more money in that account than BYDFi. So I can make a video about that probably sometime. Well, it'll be released sometime next week, but I don't think it'll take too long to make. It's just more of me writing down all the notes that I have to be mindful of. And it basically goes to risk and the difference between cross and isolated and having a plan every time you do a trade so you understand how much you're going to lose. So, but nowadays exchanges are very nice. If you tell them the stop loss and the price target, it'll tell you automatically how much money you're going to make or how much money you're going to lose, so you know ahead of time what you're risking there. And hey, Greg, evening. When do you think we can expect a major Doge run, and how high should we be looking to get out at? I mean, for me, when it comes to Dogecoin, I'm not really selling until Dogecoin hits $1, which is going to be months away. If you're looking for something more of a shorter term boom, just like we talked about yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Dogecoin, for whatever reason, likes to run into Bitcoin volatility, especially on the downward side. And we saw Dogecoin, I think, run back over here and a little bit over here before we got smacked back down. There we go. See, last few times, run up into getting smacked back down, ran up into getting smacked back down. Dogecoin, it does it a lot. Now, the best way to look at this is to go over here to the weekly chart. We've been grinding above this 20-week moving average here, and so far we've had a small breakout in which we hope we can go a little bit higher, probably closer to 10 cents, if Bitcoin can make that one last lunge here until maybe $55,000, maybe higher. We'll have to wait and see. That being said, if you look at Dogecoin right now, we've just kind of had a very weird cycle just because of all the news as far as Elon Musk and Twitter, you know, the acquisitions of that. It led us with this huge spike right here. Now, because of that, we have some really weird levels of resistance because it bled down for a while before it eventually stabilized around like 7-8 cents. We recently had some nicer change of characters. We're kind of on the right trajectory, but this is still going to be a time for dollar cost averaging and not kind of buying in bulk with Dogecoin. We had a golden cross right here and was trying to stay above that. I don't care about the golden cross this time around because last time we had one and it didn't do squat for us. All I care about right now is sometime, I would say, over the next 2 months, we should have Dogecoin coming back up here towards 15 cents or so. You know, almost 100% increase, so it'd be pretty drastic there. Now 3 months, let's say 3 months. And after that, we'll probably get knocked back down before something of a larger consolidation needed, before the larger altcoin season that takes off usually after Bitcoin's already raring and going. We're kind of ahead of schedule right now, which kind of is a little bit of a concern because certain altcoins have been running and Dogecoin has not been one of those altcoins that's been necessarily going parabolic, as you might imagine. This last little pump that we had over the past few weeks, you know, this started all the way back in October, right? It went up 87%. But really, since then, when a lot of other tokens have been making that second wave, Dogecoin is up around 14%. If I go to something like an Ethereum, right, that's up 40%. ADA, just from these little lows over here, that's up 36%. So Dogecoin has a lot of room to go. It just seems like it always has the worst timing for when it wants to actually start getting momentum on its side. Now, again, we're on the right track. We're holding support levels. We should eventually start moving up, but this thing is most likely going to move pretty fast month to month. And so dollar cost averaging is probably still going to be your best bet as far as I'm concerned here. I have no idea exactly when Dogecoin is going to pop off, though. I am not the best when it comes to like, oh, this month you will see Dogecoin do this. I'm just better at giving you a range because the range is going to give you an idea of maybe how long you have left to dollar cost average and things of that nature. Let's go back over here. There you go. Now we can go to the 15-minute Bitcoin chart. It doesn't look too drastic when you look at it here until you realize, oh, that was a 2,000-point drop. Mike, do you feel that mostly alts are really lagging? Most alts are really lagging. When you compare certain alts with the previous Bitcoin ones, they were way up there and Bitcoin is almost close to all-time highs. I think it's because a lot of altcoins were new back in the day. And on top of that, there was a lot of retail money flowing in. Right now, I don't think retail is as gung-ho because there's not as much free money being given out by a bunch of countries around the world. That was a big catalyst for last time. Which is why we've been having to focus a little bit more, I would say, on sectors. So I think I've been talking about AI tokens, I think maybe over the past like 3 months, not 3 months, 3 weeks. And I don't know, when did I start buying them for you guys on the stream here? 120. So, you know, not even a month ago, right? A month ago. My big thing instead of AI has been infrastructure. So this can be associated with AI, and any type of token really out there. If they're building an infrastructure for something that can later be used to make them a good amount of money, that's what I'm kind of investing in right now, no matter what the market cap is, as long as it's something that's not so crazy that there's no liquidity in it. and I have to be able to find it on an exchange. Some of those lower market cap ones have been doing just fine, and I would even say some of the larger ones are still doing okay, but there are a few like Dogecoin that are really just not having the best of times at this point because they usually have these parabolic runs that come out of nowhere, and those ones, it's so hard to figure out when a whale wants to pump up Dogecoin or where it wants to pump up Shiba Inu or something like that. It's very difficult. But I think it's just because a lot of the tokens that we know, the market caps are vastly different from where we experienced them last time. Like if I go over here to Dogecoin, Dogecoin's market cap right now is 12 billion going into a nice bull run right now for Bitcoin and everything. Or it was down here at 8 billion, so 8.75 billion. Let's just run it up to 9. It was at 339 million back here. So that's what we're seeing with a lot of altcoins. It's not just Dogecoin, of course. Even go over here to XRP, which has not been performing the best, as we know. Market cap, it was going in here to about we're starting off at like 29 billion. Right over here was still at 11 billion. So we still got a way to go. XRP though, I would even say XRP has been more of a disappointment, just because it doesn't have the necessarily that meme factor to it, and you would expect like this major business, they got stuff working for them, but no, they apparently they're hitting some headwinds, probably some court cases and things of that nature. But now again, let's go over here to last 90 days. These are the last 90 days for the top current 100 tokens. So a lot of these will probably be moved down below the top 100, and we'll check that in a second. Monero is down 24% over the last 90 days. It had a very good pump, and now it's dropping like a rock, right? Sats down 22% in the last 90 days. OKB 12% down. Rune is down 11%, whatever that is. XRP is down 9% in the last 90 days. That's not good, right? This type of stuff is a little bit more concerning. Dogecoin is actually up 12%, which I'm really happy about. So you're seeing that long-term moving up. But if we go over here to the next page, all right, the big winners: Helium Mobile, Super, Metis, Zeta, DeSo, all this crap over here. RLC, API3, I think I have both those. I have ID token. I got Pendle. I got IOTX. Jasmy's running up a lot today. I don't really have much Jasmy, but it's nice to see it. XAI just bought this last week, and it's already up like 37% because one of you guys mentioned it to me. No, I don't even think it was a week ago. I think it was actually just more recently. Ajax is up 90% or something like that. But if you go over here to the other side, this one looks like it's glitching out. FTX token is down 62. Gas is down 18. XDC is down 17. ZRX is down 17. So, there's a lot of stuff underperforming right now, and it looks like a lot of those newer tokens are taking some of the oxygen away from the hype that used to be for some of these older tokens here. And maybe, there's more exciting, whatever you want to call it. But hey, like even Compound right here. Compound? This is one of the few on Robinhood. This market cap is still around 478. It's only up 16% in the last 90 days. But if we go over here and we check out market cap. Oh, not markets, market cap. Look how high it used to be over here on like 4 billion plus. And now it's at 444 million. This is something where I'd be like, okay, I know this one can go a little bit higher. I might start buying into this one slowly and see where it goes. Maybe one bulk buy-in of $100 and the rest of it just kind of see. But yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of stuff like this, which has had really nice rallies. Again, back in the day, it went from like 300 million market cap to, 4 billion. Great. Or the price, $88. We just average it out to $100. $100 to $800 at the very peak, it looks like. So you're seeing a lot of tokens have trouble doing their second waves right now. Really having quite a bit of trouble there. Ooh, most tokens are pretty red right now. Starting off the day. Back over here to the 15-minute chart. All because Bitcoin's freaking out right now, and everybody's like, what the heck do we do? And hey, B-Way, I am very ready for these altcoins to blow. I mean, so far they've been doing pretty well, but again, like I said, I'm happy with where they are. I wouldn't be surprised if they go negative again before everything goes up a little bit more. Maybe that might not happen this time, just because I did looks like get lucky with some of the altcoin picks I chose as far as AI and whatnot. But yeah, things are going pretty good. I'm excited for the altcoin season. I'm excited to maybe have a dip coming up so I can buy more. It's been brutal trying to do dollar cost averaging over the past few weeks as everything has just been going up and up and up and up. Now you realize that all of a sudden everything is just much more expensive, and you still have to be how do I want to put it? You have to keep an eye out for some stuff that hasn't popped yet, and that just requires more work, which can definitely take some time out of your life. Excuse me. Hey Tony, what up, Michael? How are you, sir? So far I'm doing good. A little tired as always. I need to take some melatonin when I go to bed so I get into that REM sleep. I think I've been in that light sleep mode over the past few days, but besides that, doing pretty well. Are the AI just getting started, or are they burning out now, in your opinion? Burning out, but they'll go crazy and more parabolic throughout the altcoin season. That's how I view it. I like to see this stuff happen before all-time highs with Bitcoin, not afterwards. One of the problems with the metaverse rally was it was happening after Bitcoin had already hit all-time highs and it was all stabilized. So that it was too much of a, you can't go against Bitcoin for too long. You just can't do it. However, when it comes to AI, we're kind of in this AI revolution now, which gives it extra confidence. You're also seeing a lot of people just addicted to everything AI, which is something I love personally because I've been addicted to everything AI. And then to follow that up with, well, what's the easiest way to put this? I would say, as long as they are not, going crashing down 80% or something, I think we're going to be fine. But even if they did, I'd probably buy some more up just to see what happens, because these type of tokens are the types, with AI kind of being in this market, where we could see a token go from a few $100 million market cap or 600 million or even $1 billion up to, a short time potentially in the top 15, the top 10, if, just for a little bit of time before it eventually crashes back down to earth during the bear market that comes, inevitably afterwards. So I'm pretty hyped for most of them, but when I go over here and I type in, what was the last one we checked out? Crypto Slate, I think, is the website. AI crypto. Yeah, Slate. All right. So if we look at Internet Computer right now, and a lot of these tokens, I want to go to month. All right. You can see, this has come down a lot, right? A lot of upside, but it's definitely been pretty rough as of late. GRT, I was really hoping it would keep the monthly chart in here. That's okay. Again, at one point this was up at $2.90. Right now we're at 24. GRT seems like something I definitely want to be buying for 25, all the way up here to maybe next stop is 54. After that, 133. After that, can be anywhere from 217 all the way up here to 292. There's tons of potential here. You just got to zoom out a little bit, and the fact that they can be said they're in the AI place, it makes a difference. Fetch AI going to be a little bit different, of course. Let me go over here to the monthly chart. Let's go over here. Right, it's much newer, so it's not going to make it hard. Once it breaks it above this, it can keep on going for a hot minute here. Especially if it's an altcoin season. There's the market cap right now is only 856 million. It has a lot of upside with the market cap, a lot of upside. And every single one below this as well is going to have a lower market cap, like Singularity. This one's 711. One of the ones we just talked about a few minutes ago, RLC. This one's at 286 million market cap. When did we buy this? I think I bought this just this week. I bought it 2-8. So I bought, maybe not this last week, but a little bit more, a little bit earlier. But, I bought a small amount to see where it would go. It's up 88% right now. And the market cap, well, when did I buy this? So 219 is the price. I'll see. Right here, I caught this little part on the change of character from here to here, and now we're going higher. That's all I did here. Um, this is the monthly chart. Big double bottom breaking out right now. Will much go higher. You know, this thing might go up to $5 before all said and done. But again, the market cap is only $285 million. If you can kind of bag some of these in a few exchanges, it's a little bit easier. The thing that I'm having trouble with right now is not every exchange necessarily has these for spot trades. I need to put a link down below for you guys as far as the affiliate link I have for crypto.com. Excuse me, Jesus. Crypto.com has a lot of altcoins out there, and if you want to get spot and not have to go with anything else, like not have to do leverage and do trading fees and so that's probably going to be a best bet. But if you guys want to go with the 2x leverage and the 3x leverages, which I've been doing and having a lot of fun with, and so far doing okay, then you might have more options. But as far as I'm looking at spot, there's just not too many places to buy some of these lower market cap ones with us in the spot market. They do seem to be all over the futures exchanges and the leverage exchanges, so to speak. But that's where I'm really looking for quite a few of them right now. What was the last thing here? Trying to think. Okay, yeah, not the most important thing here. But yeah, some of these smaller market caps are definitely where I'm at. I think there was one more here. We bought Ocean Protocol. That one seems to be doing fine too. Do we have Ocean Protocol on this one? No, it might be this one. Yeah, we have a 2x long on Ocean Protocol, and it's up 109%, which means it's up pretty much like 55% or something close to that. So you get these lower market cap ones, and again, Ocean's only at 416. Numair, which you guys know I already own that one. That one's at 211 million. One of you guys told me about another one, VAI. That one's at 55 million. That's one right there. I don't think I have access to that one. I don't think, yeah, no, I think it might be on coinmarket.com though, as what's it? That's this. Is it crypto.com? No. Oh no, okay. Oh, it's already there still. How do I go back if you don't give me what I want? There we go. You can find it on BitGet, BingX, Mexi, all of KuCoin. I have access to none of those, but if you guys have access to it, that might be something you guys will be looking for here as a low market cap play. I own Fallen Network, but Fallen Network I don't think has been that great. Last 30 days it's up around 25%, but I think from when I bought it, where do I have Fallen Network? Do I have Fallen Network? I thought I did. It might not be on this one. It might be on the crypto.com one. Nope, there is no Fallout here. So BingX. Yeah, it's on like 5+, so it should be in here somewhere. VMX Kraken. Coin one. I don't know. I know I bought this somewhere a while ago, but anyway. Fallen Networks one. Anything else? Don't think there was anything else here. Matrix AI Network, man, that one's up 151%. That might be something to look at. Small price, $16 million market cap. But most of this stuff, you know, again, this is like hundreds of thousands down here, zero in some cases. It's going to be hard to find a lot of this stuff in other places, and a lot of it's going to be real long shots. And to make your chances better, you're going to have to do research on every single one of these coins and make sure they're legit before you actually put any money in there. And that's probably the best way to go about it. Like right now, biggest gainers today. All right. Got Jasmy's up, Golem's up. These are probably some good day trading tokens here. RLC, which we just talked about, XAI, which we just talked about. Monero is a little bit up today. Oh yeah, looks like it's been down earlier in the week. Immutable X is finally making some more moves here after a little bit of a consolidation period. Roll Bitcoin, I don't know much about that one, but yeah. So you're seeing some pretty decent move. Highest volume. Not too nothing out of the ordinary there. Anything in the sectors? Sector. Energy sector seems to be doing okay. Abandoned. Yeah, that one of course is going down. What's this one? Energy. Oh yeah, these ones don't really have many large market caps though. There's going to be two worth buying: Energy Web Token and Power Ledger. Power Ledger seems like it could be something interesting. Market cap of 184. Go over here to the website. It feels like it's too hot to drink, but I'm thirsty. Not bad. Need to stir a little bit more. Get the chamomile out. The power behind energy, clean energy that works for everyone on the planet, Power Ledger clients, countries that actively using our platform. Thailand, France, India. I don't really know what they do, but I'll have to look more into it. But yeah, there's opportunities all over the place. But again, going over here, looking at the monthly chart, if I can scroll down. Oh, geez, yeah, look at that wick. It went from 36 cents all the way up to $1.29. It can definitely go higher. But, you know, again, it's a $184 million market cap, so you don't really have to add a whole bunch of money in there. You could add like $50 or $100 and just let it sit. You know, just don't even do anything to it. And that's usually what I do. I just kind of put, if I'm doing a small market cap like that, one-time thing, I don't got to put more and more money into it unless I legitimately believe there's something really cool going on with it, like I do with some of the AI tokens when, you know, AI is AI and AI is going crazy right now. Which again, will be interesting to talk about. And hey, I'm happy to see you. Loki says hello. Give me an AI pullback, please. You know, best thing you can do is just wait for the market to pull back. Right now, Bitcoin is teetering. You know, we're looking at some really extreme volatility happening where we tried to break above what, $53,000. Bitcoin got smacked down $2,000. It's a weird time, guys. It's just a flat out weird time to be in the market. But this is great for long-term investors. If you're looking for those dips, just be patient. They'll open themselves up to us. And then we can kind of even double down or triple down on some of our previous long-term holds or just some of our swing trades. I have a couple smoke shops, and a lot of people have been calling me about putting Bitcoin ATMs in the shop. I'm not really concerned, but I know the future is here. Oh yeah, we call it, you know, we're making great progress. I think we got to get bogged down in the moment sometimes, but you know, we just had the first Bitcoin spot ETF. Things are going great. We're probably going to be breaking over $100,000 this year, and there's a there's a rising chance that Bitcoin goes parabolic as the U.S. stock market starts to tank off of, you know, inflation fears and recession fears. So if the stock market starts to go down quite a bit, there's a pretty good scenario because of the way the halving works and everything like that, that you could see Bitcoin start to rise in value as a safe haven while the market starts to crumble. Typically, they kind of match. So when Bitcoin's going down, the stock market's going down because, you know, both things are moving in the same direction. But I would say there's still a pretty good sense that, you know, Bitcoin could try to go its own way here. I think Bitcoin could try. And then, of course, today we had the SPY, NASDAQ, and the Dow all down just like Bitcoin a little bit. But overall, I'd say Bitcoin's more sideways. So, you know, look at the daily chart with Bitcoin here. There you go. You can see we really haven't, we're facing a wall. We're trying to break out, but we're basically just facing a wall. Dow Jones, a little bit more volatile. NASDAQ, a little bit more volatile, breaking down below, you know, some moving averages and stuff. SPY, some more sideways here, not terrible, but just kind of more sideways. Well, you know, Bitcoin looks a little better than that type of stuff. Although Bitcoin, you can see, again, look at the last few days, whoosh. Dow Jones, smaller rally, but still there. NASDAQ, smaller rally, but still there. And it all kind of comes down to tomorrow, where we see Nvidia faces stiff test on Wall Street this week after a parabolic stock rally. Parabolic is putting it mildly at this point. And let's go over here. They're down about, what, 2% right now after hours. When NVIDIA reports fiscal fourth quarter earnings after the market closed Wednesday, it will do so as the world's third most valuable public company. Investors are giving the company little margin for error. Of course, they've exceeded all expectations so far. NVIDIA's stock price has soared fivefold since the end of 2022 as demand has skyrocketed for its graphic processing units that sit at the heart of the artificial intelligence boom. NVIDIA chips such as the H100 are used by AI developers to create cutting-edge models like the ones OpenAI used to develop ChatGPT. If I go over here, let me show you what these bad boys are. These things with all the cool colors in there. Hopefully they beat expectations so Bitcoin has a better opportunity of just going up, because it seems like that's what everybody's waiting for tomorrow. NVIDIA. What's NVIDIA going to do? If it's good, the market's fine. If not, things are bad. We saw Palo Alto Networks. I don't know if you guys have been checking out them. They're more cybersecurity, I would say. So this was their stock today, right? A lot of sideways action. Sideways right there. This is daily chart. Go over here to the 5-minute chart. Oh. Extended hours trading. There we go. I want to show you guys after hours. You know, nothing is safe right now. It went from $370 to $288 within just a few hours. And it was still going down. So, you know, we're in this weird environment where nothing is safe. We're not used to it. Look at that. We gave up the gains for the past 37 days, like pretty much a month and a quarter. Gave up those all those gains in about a few hour period of time. Nothing's safe in this market, which is why every time they say Bitcoin is too volatile, you guys aren't going to be able to make money with it, you know, go to something more stable. I'm laughing. I'm like, you know what, you know, when it comes to these larger market cap stocks nowadays, they're just not as stable as they used to be. Ever since we had the high inflation numbers come out in 2022, you know, we were spending too much money on all this government stuff. The market just doesn't know how to react because there's just so much extra money sloshing around. Again, because there was just so much money printed out there. But I mean, just look at that. And this is the first time in this great rally that we've been seeing where we've had something that drastic. It just sticks out right there. I know you guys can't see it as much because even me, but it does stick out there. And now we're heading probably back down to 284 with maybe finding some support tomorrow. But, you know, you got to be very, very careful out there these days because if you're in the wrong stock during earnings, it can fall hard. Where is it? Palo Alto. Oh, yeah, and this. I think this is just the greed towards the end of a cycle. American Airlines is raising bag fees and won't allow some travel agency bookings to earn miles. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Don't you just want the miles? I've never been one to really fly on American Airlines. I feel like I am going to be doing a little bit more since I'm going to be going to Panama. I know when I go to Panama, I think this December, I think I'm going with either American or Delta. I think I might have actually paid more money for Delta because I don't really like American. But regardless, you know, raising bag fees when they're making great profits and stuff, they're trying to squeeze everything because if they don't hit their targets, you know they're going to get punished just like everybody else has. And if you are somebody that has a majority of your net worth tied up into a stock, you're doing everything you can in order to juice it to help yourself and the shareholders, of course. What's right here? I do not know what happened with Via Coin at all. If you guys know, let me know. Mexi has all the tokens. See, they usually do. I just wish I had access to Mexi. I don't have access to it. I was talking to my Fair Desk representative, and they were asking me what type of tokens they should put on Fair Desk. And I was just saying, as many low market cap ones as you can in AI and just, interesting ones out there. I told her just to kind of go have her people look into social media followings and see which ones have large Twitter groups, which ones have good communities, and then see if they want to put their token on a new exchange and whatsoever. Because everybody needs more tokens, more tokens, more tokens, more tokens. I'm all for more tokens on every exchange. That way people just have the opportunity to buy them because, again, not everybody likes to have 4 or 5 exchange accounts. My exchange accounts used to be like vast. I used to have so many of them. But now because so many of them have been banned outside, inside the United States, I don't have a KuCoin account anymore. I don't have a Binance account anymore. Like talking about the original Binance account. I don't even have a Binance US account anymore. I don't even have a Kraken account anymore. I'm waiting for the day where I don't even have a Coinbase account anymore. That's the type of crazy stuff we're seeing right now. See, Bitcoin ATMs are ripoffs. What do you call? I've never seen a good deal on a Bitcoin ATM. The only ones I've really seen though are the ones inside Vegas casinos when they're trying to say sell you Bitcoin. But I'm like, no, I don't want to sell. Like, I don't want to sell my Bitcoin for anything. I want to hold my Bitcoin. I like to buy and sell altcoins all the time, Ethereum and everything below Ethereum in market cap. Bitcoin, I just don't like to sell. I just like to buy and hold, buy and hold. Maybe do a day trade or swing trade, something like that. But usually when I'm just buying Bitcoin itself as an asset without like leverage, I'm not doing anything but buying it and just holding and storing it away for a while. And hey, Rain, Big Mike, I appreciate it. Is that only on Binance at Ken, bro? Oh, that's not to me. Oh, there was a shit coin on there? Oh, yeah. I don't mess with that type of stuff, but if you guys like taking the high risk stuff, you can definitely go for it. I'm much more of a generic, boring person when it comes to these types of investments here. But it's like if you like the AMC and GameStop stuff, you can go for those lower market cap tokens. I don't think people have good luck overall, and I'm more of the guy that says, hey, long-term portfolio growth is going to be better than trying to make one big move. Although sometimes people do get lucky. I'm just like, you can do what you want though, but it all kind of depends. I'm going to open up this cigar very fast and see exactly what it is because I really have no idea. It feels hard as a rock though, so I'm not really looking forward to smoking this at this point in time. I'm going to just give it a whiff and see if it's good, but this wrapper is fucking pissing me off. There we go. Oh, okay. It smells like really good tobacco. It's just not dry enough for me right now. It's a little too humid, and that's okay. I'm excited to try it out though. So let me put this wrappings right there. Oh wait. Oh, see, it's just fucking shit. Tobacco that it gave me with is all crumbling and all types of shit. There you go. All right. In which case, we go over here to the Romeo and Juliet. And let's go over here to Bitcoin, because right now we're just seeing Bitcoin consolidate here off of a small move. There's not too much stuff happening here. Oh, and hey, Larry, Natty Gas, $13 bounce from lows. Oh, about freaking time. I mean, if there's one thing I'm feeling like more and more depressed about, it's Nat Gas. But again, it's just kind of a how long do you want to hold type of thing. Let me put this over here. All right, there we go. Hey Tyler, what's the best platform for day and swing trading? It really depends on where you are and where you live. Like right now, my favorites have been Fairdesk, and when it comes to spot trading and you have like a trading viewer account with you, I've been enjoying more crypto.com personally. If you want to use leverage, I would say Fairdesk right now. I have limited options though because I can't access MEXC, FEMEX, Binance, KuCoin, Kraken, Gate.io, BingX, BitGet. Like a lot of the stuff I used maybe over like a year ago or so, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. That being said, I am happy that I have Fairdesk and BYDeFi. Just because that means they took the extra steps to not piss off the government, which I do appreciate. because you know, I want to be able to have an exchange and use it for a long time. Fairdisk has been a sponsor for the channel for such a long time, and I've gotten used to everything they do. I know all the fees. I know how to trade on it. I enjoy it a lot. I'm getting used to BYDFi right now, and so far it's been a really good experience. But it sucks when you find an exchange and it just gets taken out. That's how I felt about BitGet. I liked BitGet for a long time. I still own a lot of their BitGet token. I had to move it outside of a wallet though, so they didn't take it. And remember, I told you guys to buy BitGet, and we bought BitGet at 6 cents. It just broke $1, you know, a few days ago. Ooh. Oh, that smells like coffee. A little creamy. A little floral in there. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, sorry, that was surprising amount of flavor in there. I've heard it's a really good smoke. Which one? This leaf? Oh, you're probably talking about the Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, I think I've had a few of these before, but not this particular reserve or real. I know there's so many different types of cigars that go in each brand. Like I just got some today, some cigars, and let me see if I go over here to monetization. I hide it over here. So, Halls. Download. There we go. I got these cigars today from a friend in the mail. So that leaf one right here, that's this one. I just took it out of that crappy wrapper. I hate those wrappers. These ones, these four on the side, they're just nice cigars. Nothing crazy about them. They're good cigars. They're nice. The ones on the left over here, these ones are the fancy ones. They're a little bit more harder to get. Like the oh, I don't know. Fuente Reserva. Oh, geez, I can't pronounce none of this shit. Here, let me show you this. Reserva. There you go. There you go. Cigar place, I guess. I just want to figure out what they are. Oh, everything is 0, so I don't know. Oh, there it is right here. Right, the extra reserve of 50. Is that the 50? I can't tell. There's no pictures of it. That should be a little bit longer here. It's probably like a $17 cigar or something. You know, 3 of those ones, whatever that one is. The rare pinks. I'm a big fan of the rare pinks. They come out once a year. Opus Fuente, Casa Fuente. I don't even know which one this is. Opus X, the Opus X maybe? Find out which one this is. Gotta be, okay, so doesn't have a red band. Could be that one. No, the tip is wrong. Could be the Perfection Shark here. Or it could be the Super Bellicoso. Doesn't feel like a Super Bellicoso. Yeah, because one's a little bit longer here. Larger ring gauge. So the smaller one that's not as long is probably the Perfection. Can I type this out? No? No? Okay. Perfection 77 Shark. I didn't spell it right. Don't even care. Yeah, that could be because it has a square bottom here. It looks like it's a little bit more red. I don't know. Yeah, but it's something like that. They're good quality, nice cigars. I'm not smoking anything fancy today. This is going to be one of those things that's good, but it's not going to freaking break the bank. Break the bank. This is a Romeo and Juliet Reserve Reel. Geez, my spelling's just horrible right now. All right, I can buy one of these. This might be a Robusto. I don't want a box of 25 though. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. So whatever, 45. Oh, this isn't a Churchill though. Okay, whatever. I can buy these relatively cheaper than the expensive ones I just showed you. So get in with this very fast. NA Debo hype. Hi Michael, you're amazing. I love your content. Thank you very much. AI cryptocurrency RNDR could change the world forever and could have limitless potential to build wealth. You're amazing, by the way. RNDR. What do you call? Oh, wrong word. So far, I would say the more AI tokens you can get into, the better. Especially when it comes to mixing the AI with the blockchain. That seems to be the fun thing right now. If you can find a way to mix AI with the blockchain, oh my gosh, there is so much potential here. Don't go out, don't go out, don't go out, don't go out. Climb the wave, climb the wave, climb the wave. Come on. Come on. Sometimes, ooh, the smell of cedar smells very good though. But yeah. Maybe I should just make a list of like top coins. Because remember, while I'm doing this, let me see if I can find it for you guys. One sec. Now I'm getting mad because I have a match. There we go. Gotta spend more time lighting this thing up on all sides. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say here? Put my finger on something. What's the best way to say this? No, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, those companies that can find a way to put AI along with blockchain, that's really what I'm going to be looking for in the future as well. There's so much potential there. There's so much potential. And I think over time, you may even see OpenAI go down that route as well. But again, since so many of these things have such tiny market caps, it's only a matter of time for most of us before we start seeing some really nice moves from these tokens. Bridge with Polygon to cut down on gas fees. I know a couple people that work for Polygon on the higher end, C-suite type of guys. They're really chill. They live out here in Seattle. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of partnerships, a lot of stuff being done. You'll see whole new things being brought up, like a whole new version of Solana. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be exciting to watch and wait for over the next few years. Even as we go into like another bear market after all this fun stuff is over the next year, maybe 2 years if we're lucky. We're still going to be looking at some really cool stuff. It is a very good classic go-to as far as I'm concerned, Ave. Have I tried any David off? No, I haven't had any yet. I need to get my hands on some. I've been offered a few from some friends, but I just haven't really wanted to spend the money, I guess. Like, I have access to them. I just haven't wanted to spend the money all too much. I have probably over like a couple hundred cigars now, maybe close to like $250, $300, 300 cigars. And some of them are cheaper, like this one, which is maybe like a $10 cigar or something like that. And some are up to like $80 cigars now. I got a lot of Cubans though now, which is really cool. The Cubans, my favorite cigars are Cuban cigars. But not because they're from Cuba, but just the flavor profile of them is just amazing. I don't even know what leverage is. Oh yeah, I can make a video talking about it. I can definitely make a video talking about it for you. I have Coinbase and I don't know how I'm starting to feel about it. I don't like to trade on Coinbase. I like to just buy or use it as a vehicle to move money from exchanges over to my bank account. Usually that's what it is. I pay for Coinbase One. I think saves me so much money every month, because if you don't have if you don't have Coinbase One, you're paying for all those fees. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really use it much for trading or even long-term investing all too much. I prefer crypto.com over Coinbase a lot. But crypto.com, I think it's better for just using as a long-term hold. Coinbase, I know they have something more of a trading platform they're trying to do. Their trading platform will just never be as good as stuff like BYDFi or Fairdesk. It just doesn't have the right vibe to it, if that makes sense. Like, let me go over here. Ooh, some of this stuff's turning negative. Pendle's down 33%. Ouch. Meme is still down a little bit. Key is down a little bit. Oh, that's $3. I don't really care about that. I need to buy more, but actually, but yeah, it's a different thing. Do I ever think about what happened to the Dogecoin millionaire? Just curious. I know he didn't sell as much as he wanted to at the highs. I think he waited too long, and I think he thought Dogecoin would be much higher than it currently is right now. But from what I understand, didn't he go in to start scamming other people's, he started to promote really shitty tokens. And I think he got in trouble by the community, but I don't think he was ever held into any legal type of a thing. He's still on Twitter, I think. Now, I'm not entirely sure if he has a YouTube channel still, so if his channel is still the Dogecoin Millionaire. God, I need to have a clean work desk and these little tobacco flakes. Yeah, he's still here. 110,000 subscribers. He hasn't posted in 6 months, though. So he's definitely been going away a little bit. How's his channel been doing since then, though? Because he probably has other avenues here. So let's go to copy. Social Blade. Oops, that's not what I was looking. Not social. Yeah, he probably gets about a few hundred views every day still. Probably people like you asking, what happened to him? Where did he go? He gets about, looks like 1,300 to 1,500 views a week. He doesn't make much money at all though. Let me zoom in here for you guys to see. Right? Not really looking like he's making a bunch of profit here. But again, he's pretty much stopped. So I think Pro the Doge is his Twitter account here. So let's go over to Twitter. Pro the Doge. Okay. X Pro the Doge. 300,000 followers basically. He's still tweeting. Slum Doge Millionaire. Alright. He's still posting. Maybe he's been moving. I don't know. I don't see much content about him. Right, with him in it. Oh, he might have. Yeah, he might have gone. Yeah, he might have just moved over to NFTs to see if he can get people to buy NFTs. That might be it. Congratulations to my partner Shido. So he's still getting sponsors, but maybe just on Twitter. They don't earn as much, but say they're still there. Like Shido. So he's still around. I guess you can just only find him on Twitter. As somebody who has not gotten promoted by the algorithm on YouTube, I can understand the feeling of just being like, well, fuck YouTube, I'm off to go do my own thing. But I haven't really pushed my Twitter following all too much. Maybe I'll have to do that more and say, hey everybody, when I'm starting the streams, come check out my Twitter account and stuff like that. But Oh, this smokes very well. You know, but yeah, I haven't heard too much about him. Same thing with the Matt Wallace guy. Remember, a lot of the Dogecoin guys. I was one of the larger Dogecoin streamers at the time. As far as I know, there wasn't really many that stuck to just doing their own stuff. And I think that's because none of them were necessarily traders. I come from an options trading background. So, options on Microsoft, not Tesla because I suck at Tesla, but, Apple, things like that. That's where I come from. So that's where I like trading cryptocurrency. But Matt Wallace turned into like a conservative media guy. He seems to be more into an NFT guy, but they both pretty much gave up on the YouTube channels. And I don't necessarily know why, because those channels are still great vehicles. It doesn't take a lot to just post a video. I've been learning that you guys don't necessarily care for my daily technical analysis videos, so I've pretty much given up on those, and I just find a topic on the day that I want to talk about, and those seem to be outperforming. So as I keep on doing those every single day, and then I tell you guys, hey, please like, subscribe, and stuff, I'm hoping the audience, I know I'm gonna have to nurture it and grow it, and I know it's gonna take a lot of freaking time, but it's what it is. But yeah, a lot of the guys from the Dogecoin days, they weren't traders. They can't survive in a bear market. You think my YouTube channel was making money in the bear market? No. It was only when August turned around this year where I saw myself making a little bit more money, where I was like, I can justify doing the four 24/7 streams, right? And that's what's been doing okay for me lately. But even with my Dogecoin stream doesn't even, I don't even make money off of the Dogecoin stream. Like if I showed you guys this very fast, content, right? $16 since published. And I think that's because a few of you guys have become members during that time. Like this, again, I might have to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so if I go for the last 365 days, this specific stream restarted over here in November. I'm going to have to restart this streams here pretty soon again, because I have to take them down so I can allow the Google on the servers to update, because my Google version is like 10 versions back right now, because they update it so often, and normally your computer, just every time you close it, open back up, it's re-uploaded. This thing never turns off, so the Google accounts are kind of fried here. But I'll worry about that later. 201,000 views for $16. Right. Yeah, that's not really cutting it. The monthly fee alone for this is $50, plus another $20 for trading viewer count, plus the music, plus all the other stuff. So, I invest into it because honestly, I still like Dogecoin. I'm one of the original Dogecoin streamers, so I like to still like keep that community alive. But you go over here to another one, like where I do have one, maybe this one. Right, last 28 days, 93,000 views, $200. That pays for this one, and it pays for the Dogecoin stream, so I'm still fine. This is probably the best stream I have as far as 24/7. Last 365 days. $489 off of 200,000 views, so it makes up for it. And you can see it's getting more views bit by bit by bit by bit, so that growth is always nice to see as well. Unfortunately, I think this weekend I'm turning off all 4 streams, and it's going to just be like a massive collateral. Like everyone's like, what the fuck, where do I go? But that should be fine. There we go. Everything's, I gotta zoom out of this very fast. There we go. All right. Ever smoke cigars of the left-handed variety? I don't even know what that means, my man. I don't know what the left-handed variety means. I usually smoke cigars with my right hand, but I have smoked them in my left hand, if that's what you're talking about. But usually that's if I'm eating or something like that. Like I'll be talking like this with my left hand, and then while the smoke is coming out or something like that. And then I like to, usually when I'm smoking a cigar, especially at the lounge, I really enjoy eating fruit, like a fruit bowl or a parfait or something. or maybe I am drinking an espresso, something along those lines. RNDR is looking pretty high to buy in right now, though. Yeah, dollar cost average it. Wait for it to drop back down. A lot of stuff will eventually drop, and you guys will have your paths. But right now it's just kind of like do a little entry position. I've done a few entry positions myself, waiting for some of these moves to come down. I think the last one I did was Key. I think it was Key. Yeah, I bought some 215, which was like 5 days ago. Right as it was coming down, I'm gonna buy some more. Not a lot, literally like $20 worth. Not a crazy amount. And $20, look how far that average went down. And as it continues to move down, I'll add a little bit more. Maybe next time it'll be $40 or so. That's what I'm looking at. Shit, I'm not supposed to be buying as much crypto right now. Trying to keep this account in a stable position. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Nice and easy. When you get the opportunity, take it. But sometimes the greed gets a hold of you, like, I'll just buy it now. It'll go up eventually. But again, I'm talking more about scaling out of swing trades right now. I'm not even in like a crazy buy mode. Wild is making a move back up a little bit now, but it's still down a lot from $8. Ajax is cooling off a little bit after making a new high today. FET, same thing, cooling off after making another new cycle high today. So we're not in a bad spot. We're just basically waiting for Bitcoin because, frankly, all the action happened earlier today, like around like market open. Everything was fine at the market open, and we went, just got kablammed. I know, sorry for the weird language, but you get what I'm saying. And then, we're back to where we were. We're pretty much back to doing a whole bunch, a bunch of nothing. We're getting squeezed right now. And we're either going to have a very large move down or a very large move up. The way we've been going, it looks like we would have another large move up. It's just that, every time we do take these dumps, we just got bought back up. Somebody's there ready to buy. And until that support level is broken, we just have to be patient. And unfortunately, while Bitcoin's going sideways, altcoins aren't necessarily falling like rocks. That's what I think that's what a lot of us are hoping for, so we can just buy more in here and grow our positions. The fees that were killing me. Think I'm gonna make a video. I would recommend Fairdesk for trading. It's just so much cheaper. So much cheaper. Coinbase, those fees, if you're not paying for Coinbase One, those fees are absolutely brutal. The one thing about Fairdesk is their fee comes from when you withdraw money. So that's one thing to be aware of. But besides that, when you're trading, buying, and selling, the fees don't matter at all. Like when I go over here to Fairdesk and I show you maybe this Ajax one right here, I think there's a way for me to show you. No, that's not it. How do I do this? There's a way. I've only done it on my phone, so I'm not entirely sure. No, that's just a different way of showing you all my other positions. I have to figure it out. Basically, there's a way to show all of your funding fees. So, like, basically, if you hold a position for a long time, there's this thing called a funding interval, where you're paying a funding rate of 0.029% every 8 hours, which isn't a lot as far as I'm concerned. But it'll show you how you're paying every single one out. But I'm not entirely sure how to do it from my computer, and I don't want to fuck it up. Photo confirmations. No, I don't want sounds layout. I'll just figure it out. It's really cool to see how many times your thing's been funding. Is like, if I've been buying this since like October or something, every 8 hours I've been paying a fee. But you can see, despite that, you still see all this green right here, which is a good thing. Which means the fees aren't like, killing you. That's why I don't like margins. margins are crazy fees, even worse than Fairdesk. It traumatizes me to do a margin trade sometime. I think because exchanges don't make it very simple. I think he is also now a music producer. If you can do music and NFTs, dude, you're fine, you know? And Matt is definitely more political now. He's hopped off the deep end. I just wish they still kept track of their YouTube channels. They're valuable things, you know? What is Twitter? So 2023, I know, right? I always think about Twitter because there's so many people that haven't updated their accounts or their pictures on their websites to be Twitter. And so my instinct is always to go back to it. Even though I guess once I actually go on X, I call it X. But it's still going to take a while. It's still going to take a while for me to figure out. I got to always say X. It's an entirely different group of people here from the Doge days. Oh, yeah, remember? In the Doge days, we were all locked inside our houses together. I got yelled at for walking around a park with no mask, and I cussed somebody out. Like, it was fucking weird days, guys. Weird days. That's one of the reasons I don't live in the city anymore. I realized how crazy the city could be when it's in fear, where if you're kind of in more of the suburbs and there's fear spreading around, there's more of a community coming together. Dude, what do you call it? Fucking city, there was fucking, like, it was terrifying how crazy everybody was about the masks and the vaccines and all that. I was like, gosh darn it, like, leave me alone. If you get too close to me, you might get something, you know, just like, fuck off. Totally different vibe nowadays. Heck, I'm you know, it's just wild. It was wild to me. Anyway, I've been meaning to ask you, what's the service you use for creating automatic subtitles for your videos? That would be Opus. They sponsor the channel. I don't talk about them all too much because they're like an AI company and they're not in the realm of how would I say? They're not. What would I call that? You know, they take long form videos and they cut them up into different bite-sized pieces, both for long form content and short form content. But usually I just use it for subtitles, which makes it pretty nice. Let me do something here very fast. Can I do that? There we go. Okay. Think that'll be fun. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, but Opus clip. So I can go over here to Opus clip. I feel like I have to zoom in so much to show you guys what I'm talking about. My dashboard, right? And so I have a bunch of videos over here where I cut my streams up and post them for the next day. I'm going to continue doing this. I haven't been doing as much of this just because I got tired of the past few days, but I need to. And then, you know, I can do different speeches and stuff. Like here was Joe Biden talking. You guys seem to like the Joe Biden videos a lot. Donald Trump videos a lot, just kind of the political back and forth. This one is the FOMC introductory statement meeting from January 31st. I was going to post a couple of these up if I could see any. And basically, if I go down here like this, you can see there's a little bit of text here. Like if I click on this, see, right? I don't think you guys can't hear it right now, but yeah. And so once I'm in here, I can go into edit. I can change the size. I can change where the video starts and all that type of stuff. I can change everything about it, like the different text styles, right? Change all that. Underline, bounce, pop, top, you know, middle, whatever. Fonts. I can change everything I want here, which is really nice. I can even add B-roll with AI, but this is on a wait list right here, and I'm about to get permission, I believe, because I work with them. But yeah, so it's pretty darn nice. I enjoy it a lot. And it's not too expensive, so that's always a good plus as well. Is what I do spot trading? No, I swing trade or day trade, and I go over here to the specific one. If you go to any exchange, it's going to be called USTDM futures. That's usually what I'm going for. Sometimes they have USD futures. Sometimes they have Bitcoin futures. So you're trading Bitcoin against something else. So some people just want to trade and get more and more Bitcoin. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, usually it's the futures. Futures are much easier for me. I prefer that a lot more. But yeah, I don't do spot trading all too much. Spot trading for me is buy, hold, wait a long time, and that's about it. That's about it. I love the mask wearing, stay anonymous thing was too massively to increase surveillance camera capabilities. I'll take my tinfoil hat off now. What do you call it? Like, I don't know. It's just. The COVID days, like, I took COVID seriously because my mom was at risk and stuff like that. But beyond that, and the basic stuff of washing your hands, taking a test every now and again, and wearing a mask when you're in crowded areas, I still went out to the beach a lot. I still walked around parks. I still did stuff. Maybe I didn't go out to eat at restaurants, but I still walked to the grocery store, picked up my stuff, and walked over there, and I was perfectly fine. I still talked with my neighbors. I still talked with my friends in person with the masks off. Never had a problem there. It's just that like certain aspects of society were like going fucking wild. And so I was just like, let me avoid these people and just kind of go to my own place. Because remember, oh, actually, let's go over here. All right. I live in Spanaway now, but is this are they trying to show reservation land or something? Maybe that is trying to show reservation land. I can't tell. But remember, I used to, when I was doing the streaming back there and during COVID, I fucking glitching out on me. There you go. I used to live right here. So, a tiny little like condo neighborhood. Then there was the shopping areas over here. And if I wanted to go to like the downtown area, it's right here. But again, downtown Tacoma is not this large thing. Like, let me show you maybe from the view of the bridge from across the little inlet. It's all just one hill, right? That's the whole city, right? There's condos, there's apartments, there's business areas, there's stuff there, don't get me wrong. But I lived right next to that tall building right there. I wasn't rich enough to live in there. But it's an older city by far. And so when I lived right here, right, I'd park my car right there, I guess close to the building because I had a spot at both spots. But I'd come out here, I'd enjoy the water. Before the homeless moved over here, there was deer that would come up and it'd be so cool. But now the deer don't come over here because it's all trashed up. Go over here. You were in a safe neighborhood because there's a freaking school right next to next to you where you are. You walk up this hill. Honestly, you got shops, you have your tailors, you have your wine, you have your restaurant. You have your stadium thriftway. Keep walking. Keep walking. You have this massive park, and that's pretty much all I ever needed. If I wanted to go fancy for the day, I would take the drive and go down the waterfront, right? Kind of cruise for a little bit. And I would come over here. These are where the nice condos are at. You could walk over here if you wanted to. If it'll allow me. There you go. All right. I take Loki on walks here all the time. Oh, no, it went out. Loki's not that big. Oh, no, not that small. Nice view of the water. What I prefer to do if it's not too busy is they have a beach over here, Owen Beach. Oh, they actually have like a person that went over here. That's kind of cool. All right. So you can walk along this beach, right? Have a good time. Or there's a little walkway over here hidden away. And you can walk along all of this, all the way over here to where the ferry picks you up right over there. There's a yacht club over there you can walk to. And then you can get all the way into the forest and stuff. It's really, really cool. This is what I did during my COVID time. Heck, even a few days ago, I was walking along this beach line with Loki, and I was fucking dying because I haven't walked on sand in freaking ages. Normally I like to walk on that straight path, but Loki was begging to go chase some seagulls, so I let him off the leash, and he was having a blast with it. But there's so much stuff you can do. Like, you can even go way out here. on low tide, right? And walk over here, see random people kayaking. There'll be seals in the water. You can walk over these branches, you know. And at a certain point, I think there's there's like a clay wall. Yeah, so there's some really cool shit over here. It just takes a little bit of time to get over here, and you can't be stuck with the low tide because high tide, excuse me, high tide will fuck you up. There we go. All right, but yeah, it was you know, besides the crazy people, it was a really fun time. But speaking of tinfoil cats and cameras, I do go to security events. I do go to what was that event I went to? ICS West. I think that's what it was. ICS West. Oh shit, that's not what I was looking for. I think that this is the one I went to last year. How much does it cost to go to? Oh, that's not bad. $75. Is this the one I think it is, though? Media. Yeah, see the robot? Basically, I think this is the one that has everything security. This goes from like locks for doors to cameras everywhere. Amazon makes a big splash here because they have all those cameras that watch out your every move. But yeah, it's just a cool time. But yeah, cameras are getting really advanced, like really advanced, and so it does make sense to be a little concerned about them because the way I understand their use is not going to necessarily to be follow you all over the street because that's more of a government thing, and I don't go to the government events, if you will. What I do know is a lot of these types of cameras that can watch your every move, they're going to be placed in businesses to watch customers. And I would say worse than that is they're going to be put into office buildings. So they can see how productive you are, how much time you actually are spending on the computer. And that means that if you're productive and you're meeting all of your jobs, but you're spending too much time off the computer, well, how can they incentivize you to do more work and stay at the computer longer to increase your productivity, right? So that means when it comes time to lay off somebody, they may keep you on instead of laying you off because they know if we just keep him working a little bit longer, he's still going to be more productive than the guy that's working normal hours. He's doing his job. He's sitting down the entire time, but he's just not getting that same productivity. You have more potential. So a whole bunch of stuff is coming down the pipeline for companies. It's going to make some people feel uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong. However, they want to know. They want to know everything about you, which is kind of crazy. But they want to see how you react. They're going to be using it for security. Like, hey, these patterns suggest that he has something A, B, or C. That means he probably shouldn't be working in this field, this division, stuff like that. Now, I don't understand the science versus the psychology, you know, the that type of it. But it's just been interesting to hear all of this coming. It's interesting to see all of this coming together because one of my friends had a booth here. His client had a booth here. If I can. Yeah, biometrics, computer and communication, cybersecurity. I mean, when you want to see the future of security for massive buildings or campuses, it's gonna be here. Kind of scary if you see how cool the technology's gotten. But this is an insider's thing. But this one seems to be. Oh no, this one is in April 9th to the 12th. My sister's gonna be in college, so I don't have anybody to watch Loki. But I would almost consider going there. You know, that's March. Yeah, that's a Tuesday through a Friday. And that means most likely that the Tuesday is not even for me. It'd be for like the people setting up. So it might be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday type of thing. And then I bet they have something cool going on too. Why won't you let me go down though? What do you call? Okay, fine. Maybe I need to zoom in a little bit. Am I breaking something here? Exhibit, experience, fine, experience. Let me just do this. So I think I got myself a personal face shot here as well. Workshops. See, I can never take anything. I can take a little bit away from the workshops and stuff. But again, I'm a YouTuber. I like to talk about cryptocurrency. What can I do here besides exposure? There's usually special events. Media doesn't get to go to special events all too much because, you know, they're special for a reason. That's where the rich people go golfing for the whole day. No. Cyber you have to be invited to some of these. Media. My show. No, usually they have a guide or something there, and I just don't see it right now. They used to have it. Accept all cookies. Let me click it. No, the website's freaking pissing me off. Keynote experience. I would say it's probably going to be an experience. Explore special events. Oh, I see it. Tao nightclub. This is what I'm looking for. They'll rent out a club. Yeah, Tao nightclub, 10:30 to 12. Oh my god, that's only an hour and a half. What the hell? How are you supposed to? Okay, it's probably all you can drink. It's probably open bar. Come join us at Tao nightclub, featuring complimentary admission before 1 a.m. for all ICC West attendees. Oh, before 1 a.m. Okay, that means it's probably later. Oh, this could just be like a glitch with the app. Okay. Guests that arrive before 12 a.m. will receive one free drink ticket. Oh, what the? No. If it's not free, why would I go? Actually, when I think about it, I didn't actually go to this last time. Me and my friend went out to smoke a cigar at Eight's World in Resorts World. At Eight's Cigar Lounge in Resorts World. Yeah, that's why. Freaking yeah. I'm not going there if they're not going to give me free alcohol. Yeah, no worries, Tyler. Dude, we all started from somewhere. You know, I was a marketing guy. Nothing special about that. All I did was do marketing reports and a little bit talking and stuff like that. And Tyler, yeah, appreciate it. If you guys want to support, a like, a comment, I know Max is just talking about it. That always helps out. If you guys are looking for an exchange and you like the exchange, use my link. I kind of always stress this. Like, you don't have to, like, anything that I talk about, you don't have to sign up for it. It's only if you want to support the channel and you like it. And what I try to do is I try to find exchanges that I like. That way it's easier to support. I think I have like 5 exchanges right now that I'm talking to that have been asking me to promote them and stuff. And like, because, you know, it's the bull market, more volume, more people signing up and stuff like that. You guys only see 2. I may add maybe 1 or 2 more, but it takes me like a couple months to like test everything out. And yeah, it's definitely a process. I'll tell you that. You don't know how many times I've just said no, and it might not even be because I don't like the exchange. It's like a personality thing where I just don't like the person that I'm talking with. Something seems a little off. Not like a legal off, but just like they seem off. and they don't seem like they value me, I'm like, well, shit, I don't need you. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. Trade and get more Bitcoin? Yeah, I mean, there's some people that trade against Bitcoin, have a Bitcoin to Ethereum, you know? You're just getting more Bitcoin. Typically, I trade USTD, but I'll just use the profits to go buy more Bitcoin, but that's an extra process right there. I recently heard the US banks are trying to change regulations because at the moment they aren't allowed to hold crypto. Also, Ferrari accepting Dogecoin and Big Apple crypto announcement soon. I hope so with Apple. Apple needs some stimulus going forward. I was happy to hear about the Ferrari deal. I think I heard about it a little bit, then you guys talked about it on the stream, and I read it a little bit more into it last night. It seems like it's going in the right direction with Dogecoin. Same thing as before, but you know, just going in the right path. I think banks should want to hold crypto. I think they should. It's a good asset, and you know what? You know, if you're stuck holding dollars at the end of the day, it's not going to be the best thing for you or your company. But it won't be for a while. It'll be maybe a few years from now, as I think when we'll see banks really trying to buy in loads of Bitcoin, kind of something that we'll be focusing more on during the next bull market, the next bear market, not the next bull market, the next bear market. That's kind of where I'm leading with it. But, you know, banks right now, they are really just trying to not fuck up because of interest rates not coming down. Remember, they're pricing in interest rates for next month. You think that's going to happen? No. There's people already saying, well, maybe there's a 15 to 20% chance that we actually have a rate hike, you know, in a few months. And I was like, okay. I doubt there's going to be any more rate hikes. I think it's just going to be higher for longer, like he's been saying. And he got a little bit ahead of himself. He thought inflation was going to be coming down a lot more, and by him, I mean Jerome Powell. And now that inflation's a little bit more sticky than he thought, he's like, oh shit, yeah, we can't actually, like, you know, start cutting rates. We just can't do it. And we saw how banks freaked out, and how banks have their own public, they have unlimited, they can borrow unlimited funds from the government right now, which is absolutely insane. But they did that because Silicon Valley Bank went kaput, and it was one of the worst banking defaults in American history, in global history. So, you know, things are not good. Even going back over here to no, it's oh, there you go. Oh, what happened to Credit Suisse? Is it no longer, they get bought out or something? I think they did get bought out. Let's see, maybe. Whatever it is, it's a very strong sell. Yeah, it's sitting at 87 cents right now. Holy, look at that. I know it's kind of hard to see that chart, full chart. Let's go back over here to we can just go with this. No, let's go open to close. That's more traditional, isn't it? Last 20 years, look at that. You can see it's already been on the downtrend, but you see all this volume over here? Everybody that had been holding, they just got out. They were like, let's get out of here. And can't blame them, you know? Institutional banks, they're not moving with the times. They're in trouble. And remember, a lot of the banking regulations got very, very strict because of what happened during the financial crisis in 2008. So there are still ripples of that going on to this day. And that's why we have unlimited amounts of money for the banks right now. As crazy as that sounds. They do have to pay interest on it. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, think about it. They can make a lot of money with that money if they want to. Jasmine's looking good. It's been pumping up quite a bit. I don't own any Jasmine, or maybe if I do, it's a very small amount. But we've been talking about it. A lot of you guys have been interested in it for a while, so when it does go up, I am pretty excited about it. What do I think about GRT? It's had a pretty nice rally, like a lot of the other tokens we were talking about earlier, like Ajax and Fetch AI. It seems to have come down quite a bit, but there's still a lot of appetite for people to buy in and see if it can go a little bit higher. It's kind of joining the pack, and I'm kind of happy to see that. Keep a close eye on it because right now Bitcoin's kind of on the verge of a pretty large move. I wonder if Bitcoin's basically just waiting for Nvidia to tell the entire world which way we're going to be going, because that's what it feels like right now. AI is keeping the market afloat. But yeah, just keep an eye out, because if Nvidia goes down, Nvidia is like the heart of all AI, all this type of stuff. So it could have a pretty bad effect on AI crypto coins, just as a heads up, in case you guys haven't thought about that. But if Nvidia does very well, then, AI coins will probably have a whole nother leg. Some of them, like Ajax, will be maybe hitting all-time highs. It'll be a very good thing to experience. What's the smartest way to move my few projects all to Fairdesk? Typically, what you'll do is, if you're able to, you'll just transfer each spot account to the wallet, So like if you have a Fairdesk account, you'll have something like this when it comes to spot, right? And you can do deposit, transfer, trade. You're going to be doing deposit, and then you're going to want to make sure that everything matches up, like a deposit of Ethereum Classic, right? Asset, you're going to want to make sure you have the right network for it. So if you don't have the right network, you might have to transfer it over to USTD in order to move it over there. And which means you just kind of rebuy it back in, but there's a little bit of a process to it. Typically, the easiest way I found that people that don't want to have to do a whole bunch of transactions, they will write down how much they own, pretty much from a monetary standpoint. Like I have $100 of this, $20 of this, $1,000 of this. They'll sell it all and they'll move it on over, and then they'll just transfer it all in one big package instead of having to pay fees for like a fee of this, a fee of this, a fee of this, a fee of this. One fee, move it over there. Maybe with Tron or the Ethereum network, one of the two. They're both fairly cheap these days. Ethereum's not as expensive as it used to be. And then you will go back on the list and buy everything you want to. I do want to stress that if you're going with Fairdesk or BYDFi, some of that, those don't have as many spot choices to buy. You can put your money in there as far as holding your spot positions, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be actually able to sell on the exchange. So think about that before you put your money in there. Typically, I'm doing leverage trades. I'm doing the futures. So I will buy futures at a 1x leverage or a 2x leverage if I don't want to have much leverage in there at all. So you can just do a 1x play. Your fees you won't even notice they're there with the way crypto works. And if you're looking to do more spot and not the long-term, like 1 to 2x leverage plays, 3x leverage plays, you could move your money over to crypto.com, which is usually pretty good. But you really want to make sure that if you want to be able to sell something fast, that it's actually on the exchange. So that's something as well. Out here in America, we don't have as many options to where to put our money into crypto because the government kind of like, no, you can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. But yeah, typically, you just want to make sure that you're able to sell it, which means you have to go over to Fairdesk, go over to the spot area, and then kind of go down this list and see what type of tokens. They got a lot, right? But it's not like a crazy amount. BYDFi is another one right here. This one has spot trading. It's behind my head. But they got more. See how fast I'm scrolling? So BYDFi might be one as well. But if you're looking to swing trade and day trade, both are going to be fine. But for spot trading, BYDFi might even be a better one for you because I'm still scrolling all these spot pairs that they have against USTD, and that might be something you might look at as well. And at NPC Hartman, thank you very much for joining the Ruby level. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Yeah, if you sign up using my link, I don't actually earn any money from it, but they're happy with it because I'm getting the money from the monthly fees, whatever, like $1,200 a month they pay me, which I'm sure they're making a profit off of it, right? Let's see. How do you keep all of your wallets together, and the best way to cash out if everyone hates fiat? Oh, if they hate fiat, who cares? You sell that sucker and you turn it into dollars at the end of the day, because how else are you going to pay for anything out here? If I want to go, there's a good steakhouse that I've started to go to up in Bellevue because I went to the Vegas version of the Cosmopolitan and it was very, very good. It's called the STK Steakhouse. Okay. Now, this steakhouse is becoming one of my favorites. It's just a little bit of a drive, so I don't go up here as much as I might like to. But maybe if I can go to Vibe, maybe, right? It's a nice, trendier place, I guess you could say. Right? Nice. I don't know. I oysters. They got everything you'd want. I don't see how that's oyster, but you know. Sliders, steaks. I'm a big steak guy. Videos. Look at that. Oh, just look at that. Maybe the Brussels sprouts a little bit too much for me, but it's good. I gotta spend money on that. I don't even know how much this food costs. Website. I usually go during happy hours because I'm frugal. But view menu. Bellevue. Is it thinking? It's not giving me the menu. Oh, wait, it's behind me. Oh, that's weird. Okay. But yeah. Power lunch, weekend brunch, wine by the bottle, happy hour menu, right? So, oysters on the half shell for $3, tater tots $3, falafel and chili tahini $3, little Bruges and truffle fries $6, wagyu meatballs $6, short rib quesadilla. You know, there's a lot of shit you can get over here. So you know, buying I mean, like when I talk about this, it's like maybe 1 to 2 bites. That's what you get in here, which is why like it adds up quite a bit. Tuna tartare, beef tartares. Oh, it's one of my favorite things. A Japanese A5 Wagyu taco. It's like literally when I say a bite, it's a bite. It's like a bite for $9. Regardless, you know, you're gonna have to put that money somewhere. I'm not gonna keep everything in crypto. I still need to pay bills. I still need to pay, you know, rent, Wi-Fi, servers, YouTube stuff. I still gotta spend my money. You know, when it comes down to keeping all my wallets together, I just have a list. You got to stay organized. You can have an Excel spreadsheet with everything you need to know. So you can have an Excel spreadsheet with your wallets, what exchanges they're associated with. If you guys have like a trust wallet or another type of wallet out there, you can do that. Have everything listed down. Have all the addresses listed down. Then you could add maybe the passwords if you have trouble remembering the passwords. You can have everything right then and there so you don't forget. And then you could also have it all written down in a journal somewhere in a security box or a locked deposit box at the bank or something like that. You don't have to go down the bank where that's kind of a little extra. But yeah, you got to find a way where it's all organized. Typically, I find the best one is a notebook that you put in your security box or something. But if you ever feel like, your house may get broken into or something and you're very scared about that, you could always go down the computer realm, but you still want to have a few passwords in between that, like, you and that information in case somebody were to like steal your hard drive or something. You still want to have the ability to kind of have some protection, because while that person has stolen your stuff, you will have it somewhere else, hopefully on a notebook or something. You could rush and go borrow a computer from your friend or something like that and go change everything, move all your money to whole fresh wallets, and then you're good to go. You know, you want to have that backup plan here. I'm an influencer, so I have a little bit more security than I probably need to, but I want to be extra safe in case somebody ever sent me an email and it hacked my computer. They wouldn't just have the ability to do that, you know? I'd buy Trump. See, I'm hoping every state he wins, it will pump. Oh, is it a token? Oh, I mean, right now, I think Trump has those NFTs. I think those ones have been really exciting because I think if you buy like this NFT, you get to have this event with Trump. I think he found a good way to build a community. And Trump's a marketing guy, so he understands the way, I guess, to sell NFTs. But I think he's even selling shoes right now, which is weird. But you know, heck, people want shoes. People want shoes. He needs to go. He'll probably go do something with Kanye, for all I know. I don't know. This election cycle has been absolutely freaking weird. I woke up this morning really late because I didn't go to bed until like 4 o'clock or something. I stayed up way too late. And I open up X and I look on the trending tab just to kind of see what's going on, because sometimes you wake up and the world's falling apart. And I saw that Nikki Haley was trending, and I saw that she was crying for some reason. I was like, oh my God, what happened to Nikki? That something happened to her? You know, like something bad happened to her? Like maybe, I know her husband's deployed, maybe the husband got injured or something like that. Something, you know? And then she was just making she was just crying during a speech just to cry. And I was like, this is so fucking weird. So this whole cycle has just been absolutely annoying as a whole. I don't know if Biden's going to win or Trump is going to win, but I still think it's going to be in between those. With the dark horse not being Nikki Haley, it's going to be Kennedy. Kennedy is like, nope, like the media doesn't talk about him. They like, if you look at Fox News, they most of the time they ignore that guy. Okay, maybe every now and again they talk about it, every now and again. But I don't really watch news all too much, so again, I'm trying to go off of the vibe I typically would get. CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, those like leftward leaning organizations, they don't talk about him at all. And I try to watch some Meet the Press or Face the Nation and stuff every now and then just to kind of get a vibe of what's going on. No, nobody ever talks about the guy. They're not giving him any oxygen, which is so weird. Which makes me think that the whole system, like Republicans and Democrats, are just terrified of the guy. But again, you know, this election it's a wonky one. And you don't even see the polls anymore. Like they don't even poll the Kennedy guy. I don't remember his name. The Kennedy guy. They don't poll him against Trump or Biden too often, because I think when polled against them, he takes like 20% of the vote, which is like, oh shit, you know. So just to say that it's just going to be complete chaos for a while. That's all you can expect. Just a lot of chaos. What kind of trading should one look at if they only are looking to make like $300 a trade? Typically, if you're looking for a small amount of money like that, the way I would go about it is to typically go through a swing trade. It really depends on how much money you could actually do per trade, though. So, you know, I might be putting up a $2,000 for a trade with a smaller, or maybe in this case, a more medium leverage, and then kind of letting it rip. That's typically the way to go. If you want to do something of a very long-term trade where it's going to be like over a month, then you could always do something more of a $1,000 trade with a 10x leverage play, and then kind of wait for that to kind of go on its merry way. But the thing about those longer-term trades is you don't always have the opportunity to buy in. So like basically what we did with that Fairdesk trade here when it came to the futures, like right now, this Ajax trade, I bought this 4 times. It's up $626. So what is this? $1,619, and I bought those at 27 cents. Right, so if I go over here, if my math works, and my math really sucks, so I'm pulling out a calculator here. 16, 19. Oh fuck, I don't even know how to do math this one. You know, basically I had to put a little bit of money in there. 30, you know, I put over a few $100 into this or something like that. God, I wish my brain was working right now. Like I said, I fell asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning today. What's my average for this right now? My average for Ajax right now is 2.8. Okay. if I go over here, no, it doesn't let me do what I want to do here. As a total right now, I have, okay. There you go. I can tell you in a few seconds how much I did it. I'm just using ChatGPT. My brain is freaking off right now. So I pretty much put about $650 into this trade. You know, $1,000 makes it easier because not every token is going to go from 28 cents up to freaking 55. You know, so if you want to do 1,000, you could be trading it from here, typically up to this level of resistance, and that's kind of how I was thinking. But then it blew through the resistance so easily. Again, this whole day it went all the way up here. I was like, oh, might as well just hold and see where it goes. All right. But if you're looking at something, maybe that's something more realistic. A 40% move on SLP. Yeah, breaking out right here, buy right there, goes higher. You know, $1,000 with a 10x leverage or something similar to that can be a good play. You can always bump it up to 20, but you just want to make sure you have enough money in your account, because if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, then your stop loss is going to hit. So theoretically, if I was making this a swing trade, which it's not, this one's a long-term trade, I would go over here, I would hide my head very fast, and what I would do is I would open up a horizontal line right around here at these highs. And my price target would be, like, I'm buying right here, and my price target would be up here at 0.003. For me, that'd be a profit of 12.69% with a stop loss of 2.14%. Okay. That's a good ratio right there. But yeah, that's the type of stuff you're looking for there. I'm trying to make this seem a little bit easier than it is. But when you're doing your trades, let's say, like, you can practice with the simulated trades. Oh, fuck, I don't have any money in my simulated trade. I did a couple trades with you for fun on this one a long time ago, and I blew the whole account because we were doing a massive YOLO. Just, you know, better to do with fake money than real money. Let me go over here to BYDFi. Here we got $50,000 in fake money here, okay? All right, excuse me. If I do a trade like this, order by quantity, order by cost. So let me test that. I don't think I actually touched this right now. All right, so if I go over here, let's say I want to open up $1,000 trade. Or is it this? Confirm. Oh, okay. Since it's fake money, it's not gonna let me do the other one. Okay. 1,000 SUTS. This thing's going out again. Shit. All right, I'll be like that a little bit later. All right, $1,000 here, and I want to do. This is blocking it. Let me move that up here. And I want to do a 20x leverage. That's cross. Okay. I'll buy Bitcoin right here. This is where you're gonna practice it. Long with a 20x leverage. Okay, so I got a position. So if I go over here to position target price and stop loss, let's say right now I want my price target for Bitcoin to be $55,000. If I go over here and put $55,000, right here, I might have zoomed in too much. It'll say what my profit is. Okay, so I didn't actually invest $1,000. I think I invested $50. See, that's why I was trying to use the other one. But yeah, so you can see it'd be 113% increase. And I'd be making off of that $50, I'd be making another $50. So if I were to... I know what I can do. No, there's nothing around a dollar shit. All right, so that means I have to go here. So 10,000 is with 1,000. Okay, that's fine. So what I'll do very fast is I will market close this. All right. And then I'll do a $10,000 market long here just to show you. There you go. Just so it kind of matches that. So $1,000 with a 10x leverage, because I forgot to update it to 20x. Target price, $55,000. Why does it keep doing that? I think I broke it. I totally broke it. Maybe because it's demo trading. Oh, well. Is it because I have a... $5,000. I'm confused by this, but you can test it out. Fair Desk is a little bit easier. I just don't exactly know what's going on here. That's so weird. We'll keep this on to see what happens with it. Because right now, this trade that I just did, trade history, market by 10,000. Oh, fuck it. I don't even want to deal with it. It's annoying the hell out of me. It's different than their normal regular one that has no... The regular futures one is different than their simulated one. It looks like, oh, see, that's Fair Desk. But you get the point I was trying to make. You can adjust it, and it'll show you how much profit you're making. So this is Fair Desk right now. Oh, this is simulated. That's why. I was like, what happened to all my positions? Here, let's go over here to Bitcoin. All right. So, what a terrible breakout here. Okay. I go back over Bitcoin, do not quick close. I'm zoomed in too much. There's more stuff that pops up if you're not zoomed in. Okay. Okay, let me just do this. If I do $55,000 for Bitcoin here, that'll be a profit of $147, but that's basically with a 2x leverage play. Hopefully that helps you understand. That was kind of a clusterfuck of an explanation if I do say so myself, and I apologize for it. But yeah, BYD-Fi, that was not the type of thing I was hoping for when it popped up there on the simulated trades. Let's see. Hey, Nikki, that's probably the best way to do it then. But yeah, $1,000, $2,000. The more money you can put up with the less of a leverage, the better your trade is going to do, because it's not going to be as volatile. But you know, when you do that price target and that stop loss, it'll make pretty good sense to you. I normally don't buy per the 1,000. I typically will buy by the 1,500. So my math is like a little bit off from the normal people. I guess maybe I take 2/3 of it, everything. But yeah. over time you'll learn, and it's not too difficult. $1,000 for a swing trade is decent. For day trading, you're probably not going to be looking for $300 every single time. Like if we wanted to do a day trade right here, like you see how Bitcoin's, oh no, I can't because I have another, okay, here we go. Okay. Let's just do a trade with not much technical analysis, but just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're looking at Bitcoin right now. Let's do a Bitcoin 20x play. Let's go over here to USD margin cost. Let's go to $1,000. And this is a 4-hour chart. We can come down a little bit more maybe. Let's come down here and do a 20x short. Actually, can we go higher on this account or no? 50x short with a $500 trade right here. And let's just short it down a little bit. Okay, we have a short right now. This is the 5-minute chart. There's not much technical analysis besides the fact it's been going down. Typically, you wouldn't want to go on the bottom part. You'd be looking for another like peak, like over here or something like that. But for now, let's just kind of grind it on, okay? So I did a $500 trade with a 50x leverage, and I do my price target, which would be not 51,000. We're starting off at 52,000 basically. Let's say 51,500. So I'm only hoping to do $500 off of this. If I go to 51,500, it'll show me how much money I'm making. Oh, okay, I was kind of close. $200, not $300, but $200 in profit for 43%. That's kind of how you're looking for it. And the percentage increase and stuff like that is what you're looking for. And I knew it. But yeah, that's where the technical, like no technical analysis will come and bite you in the butt. But typically, if we break down below this order block, it'll mean something. Come down a little bit more. And then you can have a price target somewhere, if you want to scalp here. Let's do something more of a medium term. What's going on here? Something's missing. There's a support level right here. Whether we break down below it, I'm not entirely sure. But let's say we want to have a price target of 51,876. 51,876. So let's go 51,880. 51,880. That'll be a $35 profit or a 7%. Well, that's not good. Let's just go to 51,600 and make $170 if we can off of this trade here. And then a little line will pop up right down here where you're trying to take a profit, and you're pretty much just waiting. And you go back over here and you're like, my price target or my stop loss, let's make it over here on 52,049. Horrible ratios, by the way, horrible ratios. 52,000, what did I say? 52,049, 50,050 then. I think I'm moving too fast for this. Oh, there it is. And just like that, my brain forgot. 52,050, sorry. $52,000. That'd be losing $49. Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we kind of wait, the trade is up $10 right now. But when I did this trade, I paid a fee of $10. So my realized profit isn't really the great right now. We're still coming down because, we're like, okay, well, oscillators are coming down on the 15-minute chart. You see the bearish moves, that would anticipate us coming down even more. We're currently breaking down below this support, so maybe we have there's a change character actually popping up. We come down a little bit more, and then we see if we can come back down here. But that next level of support is right there at 51,800, which again would make us not continue like crash down. It would bounce up. You could add more to the short over here, and then watch it come down. But Bitcoin's been very volatile, so it's kind of a anyone's guess right now. But if you ever feel like, oh yeah, I've made a certain amount of money, I'm happy with it, you could always just get out of the position whenever you want to. But understand, it took me $10 to make the position with a large leverage, $500 trade with a 50x leverage, $10 fee. And so right now you're seeing it up $25. So if I sold right now, I'd make maybe a $5 profit. Not really a lot, but if you're scalping and you have a lot of money with a lot of leverage on top of it, it won't matter as much. But for scalping, I'd like to have a lot of money and medium leverage. Medium leverage to me is like 10x, not like the 50x now. 50 is like extreme to me as far as trades are concerned. But you can see it kind of going in our way. It's now up $30, so like up like $10 profit basically. You know, and then we still have $91 until we hit that next support level, which will probably have a nice little rebound for a while. You know, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But typically that's now we're up $34. And then you kind of figure out, ooh, I'm kind of happy and I'm content with $34. Maybe I'll sell. And so stuff like that. $36, not really the most money, but you know what? That's a couple hours of work for the average American. I don't know what is the national minimum wage? No, not minimum, average wage. Salary by hour. $24, and Washington State is $24. So, you know, and it just popped back up, right? But you know, $20, I just made it an hour's worth of wages right there, basically. But again, you know, I'd still have to get more profit because of the fees. But at the end of the day, don't worry about the fees so much because you should be making enough money where you're fine. If you worry too much about the fees, you may just not be able to deal with that sunk cost, and you may actually freak out about it and be like, oh shit, you know, when in reality you should just take your profits or take your losses and just walk away. Some people tend to hold on a little bit too long when they're scalping. And again, this is a scalp. This is what we, you know, when do we buy it exactly? 2029.57. So we bought like right here before the next minute candle. So we basically been holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. 5 minutes and we're at $40 profit. You know, could be worse. But again, you normally would want to trade with a lot more money, but since I did a blind trade in here with my own funds, I don't want to fuck up my portfolio here. But I figured, again, breakdown. There was an order block there, but you see the 15-minute chart coming down, the 1 hour chart teetering off, 2 hour chart teetering off right now, 4 hour chart teetering off, and on top of that, the 4 hour chart really has never turned positive in the last oh god, look how many days it's been since when is this? February 15th. That's like 5 whole days. Yeah. But again, I'm not holding this until we come all the way back down here. That's not the goal. It's a quick little swing, quick little day trade or a scalp trade, depending on how long it takes. And you're just looking for that quick amount of profit there. Not a lot, just a quick in and out. And you can make more profit by putting more money in there. But usually you don't have to do the 50x leverage. If you have a lot of money in there, it can kind of protect the rest of your account. But you notice that, like, you know, you're going to have that stop loss. You're going to be fine. Let me pull this back up here. All right. And now you're up $50, you know. And then you figure out, you know, now I am down, you know, like now I'm really up only like $30 because of the way the fees are structured. Sometimes a little bit different here, depending on the exchange. Like Fairdesk. So if I say, hey, I'm done with this trade, it's $40, unrealized gains right here. Let me see. Oh, now it's pumping up as soon as I want to sell. But let me just do a quick close right here. And I go over here to close positions. Yeah, the total profit was only $10. It'll tell you at the end of the day right here. Okay? Because I remember, yeah, I lost $500 in the OGN trade right there, which really fucking sucked. But that was another fun trade I was doing with you guys. But then Bitcoin got slammed back down. But it'll tell you, I got a return of 2.16% and I got $10.80 back. Still a profit. $10 for a holding for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. You're going to let it kind of play out, don't get me wrong. But I want to like go back to this chart. We'll see if it keeps on coming down over time. But yeah, but you can see with the, if you don't mess with anything, you will know exactly how much money you're going to make and how much money you can lose if your target price is hit versus your stop loss. And so you pretty much just wait and see what happens. And then once you're kind of like, okay, looks like we're good, you can go on about your day. You can take your dog on a walk. You can go smoke a cigar. You can go say hi to a friend, go grab a drink at the bar, and the market's just going to be doing what it's doing. And then, you know, if your position gets closed, you may get a notification from either TradingView, depending on where you're trading, your exchange, and it'll say, "Oh, sorry, you lost your money," or "Oh yeah, you made your money. Your price target was hit." It won't usually give the connotation of happy versus sad. It'll just say, positions, like so much of this position sold at this level, and you'd be like, okay, well the price target was this level, so if it sold at the price target, that means I made money. If it sold at the stop loss level, I lost money. That's basically the mind will go to that. This is a 15-minute chart, so it's going to take a while, but I just don't like waiting for a while. That's just me. Might have been even more fun if we were doing something that actually was a little bit more volatile. Like Ajax right now. How's Ajax? That one's already come down a lot. Is there anything else that we can trade that's maybe coming down a little bit more here? Maybe Ethereum. Yeah, that just broke down too a little bit here. Oh, that might be interesting right there. You know, like I said, remember what I said a few minutes ago? Not the same chart, but like you want it to come back up and you're looking for another peak, double down. That's kind of where I like to trade. I don't like to trade these breakdowns like this. I had to go from here. Those moves a little bit better for me personally. Okay. Let's get out of that. Let's get rid of that little white dot there. All right. Here's the Bitcoin 5-minute. A little bit of reversal. The 1-hour charts matter. So now that we've had this little change of character, now we should trickle back up a little bit, and we'll see if we can get any momentum back on our side. But I think you might even just see people try to like hop back in here and try to short it down even more. But you might give it 5 to 10 minutes. And again, 5 to 10 minutes, it doesn't feel like a long time, but it is when you're looking at a chart, because you're looking at every single little move here. Like maybe I can do, oh God, I got so many windows open right now. Like maybe we can do this. So this is a second chart for Bitcoin. See a small move on the upside. Not something I'd recommend here. $2,000 trade with 100x leverage. Blah 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 blah. This really is going to be the tiniest of scalps. But yeah, okay, here we go. Open long. Okay. A teeny trade here to see, because we're not going to probably get back above this level. We're looking from like here to here, okay? It's not going to be a big level at all. We're facing a little bit of resistance right there. But again, this is a minute chart, so you got to wait a little bit. And I'll have my stop loss around 51,000. Let's just make it down to low here. 51,841. Oh, did I fuck up on this trade? Yeah, I totally did. I didn't buy a couple $1,000s worth of Bitcoin. I did much lower than that. But that's okay. Let's try this. Oh, no, I already have the leverage open. All right, forget about this. What we'll just look for very fast is we'll just do the same price target. 51,850. Yeah. So that's 17% loss, right? And then the price target would be up here. The fact that I can't just use all my trading stuff here is annoying. We don't have the low yet for the Fibonacci. Not gonna do me any favors? No, not really. Maybe that was the low right there. Maybe we'll see. $51,921. And that's above where we bought before. No, that's not going to give us enough profit. We'll see. We'll just eyeball it, I guess you would say. Let's get rid of that for now. But right now, you see how this chart looks a little bit different? Like Bitcoin's price is right here. If you go over to trading view, it's like actually kind of at this level of resistance right here. You will notice that happening a lot with all these different exchanges. There are subtle differences between the Binance one and other things out there, so just be aware of it. Yeah, but typically, you have your stop loss. You can watch it for a little bit and see where it goes. Now that I know this is not a large trade, I really don't care about it. I know if I lose 17 bucks, I'll survive. But now we just kind of wait and hope that it can actually have a little bit more of a reversal. Maybe even on the 5-minute chart, if we're willing to wait a little bit longer, we can see if it actually goes back up here to over 52,000 before getting rejected. But again, it looks like it's going to take some time before that happens. And we don't have to get rid of it. We can just kind of watch. I don't need a law. I thought I was going to start off with a 300,000 to 500. Oh yeah. What do you call it? You don't need a law to get started trading. The big thing is you just have risk management. One of the most important things when dealing with leverage is understanding that you don't want to put your entire portfolio at risk, your entire wallet at risk by your account being liquidated. And usually I don't even like doing isolated trades, but if you feel like you have a bad habit or something, you can have an isolated trade. But it does make a higher chance of being liquidated, which is why you want to have a smaller leverage play in there in the first place. But swing trading makes it much easier. Me doing this 100x trade and buying, most people might freak out here because again, I bought like right here, and for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, it came down. Maybe only now the position is positive. Does that make sense? Like, not even. On this particular chart, it's still down a little bit here. So it'll catch up in a second once it realizes what Bitcoin's doing. But, some people can't handle the 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes because it's a scalp. Remember, it's a scalp. You're only going to be in here from at max like 15 to 30 minutes. And you see that trade, and you're like, oh, okay, now we're heading up towards 52,000 right up here. There was no math behind it, but 52,000 is right up here. And you're like, how long do I want to hold on to this? I see a 50 right here. Should be a good place for a pullback. This tiny position's up like 5%. I think I messed this up. Let me go to 5-minute chart. Did it adapt? Oh, yeah, sorry. I think the 1-minute chart was freaking out with it because I have multiple charts running on here with a bunch of different softwares. It's up 6-7%. I'm up $1. Again, it's these little scalps which you're going to be making. But my point was going to be you can do like a lot of money with a lot of leverage. You can do a little bit of money with a lot of leverage. Or my personal favorite, you can do a lot of money with a low leverage. And that way like you're never going to be risking the entire trade, if you will. Now we're up to 7% up. 7% of what was supposed to be $2,000 is 7% of $2,000. Oh Jesus! It would have been 140 bucks within a few minutes, right? Minus the fees, which would have been relatively high for 100x leverage with a 2x trade. So I might have only been pulling in maybe about $110 or $100 off of that trade. Okay, but again, 100 bucks, 5-6 minutes of just kind of understanding the way momentum kind of works, switch around. I made a teeny profit selling the short, or buying back the short, reverse it back in there. You get a nice little profit off of that. You can play it however you want to. Some exchanges even have this cool little button. I don't know if Fairdesk has it, where it's called a reversal button. I don't want to test it on this one because I have too many other ones. I think if you go over here, you can change the settings to position mode to one-way mode. Yeah. There's a reversal button that pops up, and basically it'll sell and then it'll automatically buy. Normally I don't recommend doing that unless you're like really trying to go crazy with it. But yeah, like, you know, now we're up still 7%, 8%. You can be like, now I want to sell, and I will be perfectly happy to do so. Because again, we did just break down below the order block. We could just be taking a breather before we take another move down. You're basically, while you're scalping, trying to figure out how high it's going to go. So that's why scalping, you're usually not just leaving the computer. You're just kind of buzz and seeing what's going on. But Fairdesk right now is not enjoying my me having like this Fairdesk account, and then having TradingView all all over here. But yeah, so let's sell this for $1.50 profit. A little quick close action, and then, you know, luckily you found a way to make a profit off of it. Your account grew by a little bit, and then you just keep on doing that over and over and over again. And even if you have small amounts of money coming in, at least your portfolio is growing. You'd be surprised how many people get into trading and their portfolio is going down, down, down. I always refer people to Wall Street Bets, where you see that chart going down, 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 down. It's a lot easier if you just kind of do these longer swing trades. The problem with them are, and I will admit this, you just don't have as many opportunities to open up swing trades because you have to wait for everything to kind of align, and rarely does everything align. Like my simple strategy that I've been talking to you guys about, I would say for the past 3-4 months now, has been change of character with a breakout of some type, and then you're looking at a MACD, a stochastic with specific settings with a little bit more lag than normal, and then your RSI. All right, and then what you do is on the daily chart, when you see the breakout, so this is buy, everything is green right here, and you see a change of character. It doesn't have to be this change of character, just a change of character. This example was from here to here, or this one to this one. This is the first one breaking out above that one, I believe. And so you buy right here, and then you're going to have to wait like a month to 2 months before your profit really comes in. And in this example, it worked out. Don't get me wrong. This example right here, change of character here after breaking down below that. So you have a sell, sell, sell right here. This is like my bread and butter strategy, I would say. Sell, sell, sell. You had to wait a little bit of time, but it came down. My thing, and I guess this is just me, I've been very, very greedy, and maybe too greedy, you might say, over the past few months, is I've been anticipating these to come all the way back down to these larger order blocks and these larger levels of support. Nope. This takes off. So what I've been seeing happening to my poor account is I have my price target all the way down here, and then, you know, I'm opening a short right here, but because it pumps up right through here, my stop loss right there, as I kind of adjust it down, my stop loss gets hit. So instead of opening a position here and selling potentially down here, which I want to, I am forced to not even sell here. I'm forced to sell up here, and that profit is not a lot. It's a lot, but it's not like, wow, I'm really happy with that trade. So I've been moving up my stop losses a lot more, and that seems to be doing the trick. But again, you had a buy right here, buy, and then a breakout right here. So the breakout actually happened right here, but since everything aligned right there, I would typically go there. But you see the breakout happening right there in the breakout structure, and you can see it go up. It's not 100% perfect, so you can see there's a sell, sell, sell right here, and then a sell right there. So it did go down for a day. But if you have a stop loss around here, guess what? The next day it got hit. And this was the spot Bitcoin ETF rally, you know, where the technicals were kind of going all over the place, which annoys me because my signal was like, okay, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. And you didn't see it do anything really crazy. It kind of just went sideways. Nonetheless, sometimes you have to ignore the daily chart and zoom back out and you're like, huh. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of a pretty good rally, weren't we? Huh. Probably shouldn't have tried to short into that. Even if you take away all that, it still looked pretty good. You just started to break out above this level. Okay, you probably shouldn't be shorting into that. And that's why we kind of zoom out a little bit every now and again. I was not zooming out. I was like, what the hell? I want this to come down because we've been so used to this volatility of Bitcoin for a while where we come up a little bit and just kind of crash back down, then we consolidate, you know, rinse and repeat. But again, you know, same thing right here. Buy. Buy right there. Took a few days. 1, 2, 3 days. And it kind of like started to go back up. All right. There was even buying signals over here. You might actually say way over here with this change of character. And it still worked out. But again, you're holding for like a month or two. So you kind of have to just roll with it. And your stop loss, if you're buying here, is all the way down here at what, like 25,000, 26,000 basically. You're just hoping it doesn't hit by the time it goes up. If you do day trading, more than the swing trading, you'll realize that your stop losses get hit a lot more, unfortunately. And I might even just point to maybe something like that happened today, where if we look at the 15-minute chart with all this craziness that happened with Bitcoin. So you had a break of structure breakout right here. You had a buy signal right here. So buy that, breakout happened right there. So you're technically buying after that when you have everything kind of matching together. It goes up a little bit. Your price target would probably be right around here because you are day trading. You're not going for the moon. And so it does hit it, but if you were hoping for something maybe a little bit greater, like maybe something up here, well, that also hit. If you're not greedy, you could actually have made a pretty good trade here, I guess. But you know, sometimes we aim for the stars a little bit too much, which I do. And then you get hammered like that, where your stop loss, if you're buying right here, is right there, and then you get hit, you know. And this is sometimes how you see that feeling where you have a stop loss, it hits the stop loss, and then you're like, oh shit, it's going back up, I better buy, then it dumps down again. That's what happens to like thousands of traders right there all the time. But usually we're not looking at these crazy moves like this. But hopefully that explained a little bit to you. That's my go-to trade. I have a couple of videos explaining how I set everything up here. You can find them online. They're on YouTube. They're pretty easy to find. But yeah, it's definitely a little fun to try to do the scalping off of that. Scalping with that is a little bit more tricky. Let's go back over here. All right. Now all of a sudden we've been consolidating again, and we're just waiting for that next level. But some people can't wait for that. They just can't wait, and it just eats at them inside. I say that because it used to happen to me, although I used to do options. After trading options, I just feel so much better about crypto, because if I tried to trade crypto without doing any type of options trading, it'd be too much, because options is much more difficult than crypto because it adds the factor of time into everything. There's something called theta, and this is called in Greeks when it comes to trading options. And so the longer you hold the options, you can actually see, even if the price of the stock is going up, you see the value of your options coming down, which can just like fuck with your head royally. But yeah, it's this type of stuff. But do you want to hold? One of the reasons I sold right over here, and I was like, I'll take my little bit of a profit like right here. I was like, I don't want to deal with that. Nice little profit from here to here. I bought low and I sold a little bit higher. That's all you got to do. All right. And then you just kind of wait, and you try to find that next big pop. And then at the same time, you could add lines, I guess, if you're a newer trader, but your brain is probably thinking, well, look at that. We just broke down here. All right. That means we might go sideways for a little bit longer before making another move up. Oscillators on the 1 minute chart. Again, you're not going to be this focused on a 1 minute chart usually. Are looking a little bit kind of mixed at the moment. Not bad, but just mixed. You're like, oh, what does a 5 minute chart look like? 5 minutes just turning bullish, so we might actually be looking at a buying opportunity here on a dip before trying to make another move up. But on the minute chart, they may look devastating because you're holding for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes as it goes down. Which again, it's not the worst thing. It just kind of freaks people out every now and again. I'm going to go back over here to the weekly chart. Is everything still on my chart here? It is. Okay, good. And, again, just go back to the 15-minute chart. like, oh yeah, we're still in this downward trend. So again, it's just going to be a bump that probably goes back down lower, unless we're able to find some type of stronger support level. What did I say? Around like 51,800 or so. Yeah, right around this change of character here. And NBC, happy to see you, my man. My eyes on Friday. There's a lot of news coming out this week, guys. Tomorrow, you're probably going to be looking at CNBC all freaking day because we have Nvidia earnings. I think there's a FOMC meeting tomorrow. I'm not gonna look for it, but yeah, I think there's a meeting tomorrow. Not an important one, but just a meeting that you want to watch probably. And thanks, Ty. If you guys can, please make sure to always like the stream. I appreciate it. I started with like $50 and worked my way up. Never trade at all, and research strategies and study takes a lot of research. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to take time. Typically, you know, if you want more risk, don't trade Bitcoin. Trade, you know, an AGIX or something. That volatility, it can be a lot of fun. Like when I'm looking to have fun and do stupid stuff with my account where I'm having a lot of risk but a lot of potential reward, what I'll do is I'll open up that other Fairdesk account and I will, like, that's my high risk Fairdesk account where I don't care what happens to the money, but I prefer not to lose it, if that makes sense. What I'll do is I'll go look for the token that's moving the most for the day. Like here, I'll show you. I keep on closing it because I don't want to have so many tabs open, but and I'll see Bitcoin having that next move up. It's so weird to read a 1 minute chart. It's the most weird. That's why I zoomed out to show you the 5 minute chart. But yeah, and then there we go. And then our price target was 52,000, which we're getting closer to. But it took so damn long that I don't want to wait that long. It's one of the reasons I don't like scalping. If you guys don't know, I have ADHD. So I am typically the guy that would actually walk away from a scalp. Oh, and there it is, 52,006. Price target hit. But honestly, I can't watch charts like this. It's just not something I enjoy doing. If there's something like, if there's real volatility going on, sure, but this looks really cool because it's a 1 minute chart, not because it's a 15-minute chart or 4-hour chart. We're not breaking something high, you know. But again, that kind of just shows you little stair steps there. And then, you know, you would, well, we bought right here and the price target was 52,000. It's going above our price target now, but we would have been out. We would have just been out. We were not going to worry about it. You made your money. You're fine. I took the halfway point right here, which symbolizes how often I sell early. But as long as my portfolio is growing, I really couldn't care. But here, I will look for whatever is going up the most. Looks like Jasmine is doing that right now. And of course, Bitcoin's still doing fine. And I'll go to the Jasmine 5 minute chart here. I don't actually like this chart. I'm not really going to have a good idea of what's going on here. If I can't tell immediately what's going on. Oh, RLC, is it still going up? It is still at some pretty high levels. I want to believe this is going to go up, but I don't. Oh, we'll just have fun with it anyway. We can go with $1,000 long. I want to believe it, but Bitcoin still is facing some issues. Is there something else here that looks a little bit more juicy? Mask. You don't want to short into a breakout. Can we play a short? No. See, if I'm not like really confident in it, I try not to just dump money into it. As RNDR, a bottom right here. Let's try this. Stop loss of 634. Yeah. So if this hits 634, I'll be down $192. That short amount, it matters in money. And let's go for a price target of a 5-minute chart. Maybe 645, 644. And if it hits 644, we made $270. Horrible, horrible ratio, I have to say. But then you just kind of forget about it for a while and see what happens. You know, you just kind of wait and see. We'll literally just wait and see. And of course, you know, Bitcoin ended up going to $52,038. Nice little pop though off of this one. And this is more of a formal change of character right there, so maybe it could pop up even more. Can I see? These are different Google tabs, so I can't just add it on top. Let me get rid of some of this other stuff I have open. And that should be a little bit better here. Go over here to Bitcoin the 15. Watch it kind of ride back up here. But let me take another look at RNDR, but on this account. I can't believe I didn't actually check out any of the other time frames on it, but I'm just having fun right now. We can get rid of this old one. It is breaking out last week. It's still going higher right now. Today you're seeing a little bit more of choppiness after a pretty good sell-off yesterday. I know it's hard to see that sell-off, maybe if I show you the 1-hour chart. That sell-off right there. I'm kind of hoping we stay afloat for a little bit to have a little bit more of an upward move, because it feels like over the next few hours it'll probably dump a little bit more, then eventually try to have a breakout where we're trying to break out of this right here. Typically you want to be buying that breakout with the momentum on its side, but we're not there yet. So right now the position is down $92 or 4%. But we'll keep a closer eye on it here. Let me add this right here. And that way we can easily get to it. And I think that'll be fine. Anything else you want to trade here? Anything else moving up? Jasmy. I really want to buy Jasmy, but it seems like it's in a consolidation realm, and I don't want to really fuck with it while it's consolidating without a clear level of support, and there's like not really much going on for it. Ajax is still doing fine, excuse me. Oh, it did have a little bit of a pop recently. That's interesting. Maybe because Bitcoin's doing it too. I already own enough of that though. I typically stay away from stuff that's falling off of a rock. Like Core's down a lot today. Did it just have a really good day yesterday? Yeah, that's what happened. This type of stuff, I don't like it. I don't like that sideways ranging. Anything else here? And Chili's is up a little bit. I haven't traded Loom for a minute. Oh, this seems fine. Let's see this one right here. It may have an opportunity to break out. Not the best place to buy, but it'll... Leverage is too large. Oh, shit. 10x. Stop loss is going to be 1237. $255 loss if it does go. And the price target will be, I don't know. I gotta zoom out. Fuck, I'm not zooming out here at all, guys. Don't do this. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm not doing it the smart way, honestly. 13.2, 13.2. Let's just do that. $400 profit if it hits there. So all we're trading is that little range here, but that really seems a little aggressive, but I think we'll see how this turns out. Okay. We'll come back to those later. Hopefully we're not losing money. Hopefully. Hopefully I'll learn how to zoom out myself. All right. Bitcoin right now, 15-minute chart. It's making a move up a little bit more here. But basically, we're just trying to get back some of the losses we sustained earlier throughout the day. The new candle, so to speak. Yeah, no worries, Ty. Um, and hey, Aeon, I have ADHD and I forget about scalps too often. Yeah, it's one of the reasons I don't scalp as much as I used to. And it's just like, remember, at a certain point, you guys are going to have more than one monitor. So you guys think I'm just looking at what you guys are looking at. I have other stuff on my screen that I'm looking at. Part of it's just your comments. Part of it's other charting stuff over here, like the one I just keep on moving back and forth. One of it's my streaming quality, so I can make sure the quality is still good to go. And so, you know, when I'm not doing this and I'm just trading for the day, I could have an anime going over here. I might have YouTube going at the same time. Maybe I have CNBC playing silently in the corner in case I see breaking news pop up. So, yeah, no, it's I can get easily distracted. Or all of a sudden my dog can come up and he can be like, hey, can we go out? And I'm like, oh yeah. So I'll just leave my desk right then and there. And again, I have my stop losses in place. I have my price targets in place. So it doesn't really matter. But sometimes when it comes to scalping, I think people that like the people that I know do a lot of scalping, they are the people that drink Red Bull every day or they drink energy drinks all the time. And they're kind of like, oh yeah. They like the thrill of it, but they're good. So they're good enough to continue doing it, but they have this little bit of a thrill factor like, oh yeah, let's go. And to me, oh God, I don't want to be that person. It freaks me out too much. Let's see. Oh geez. R&DR is already about to stop out here, it feels like. Yeah, it looks like it's already about to stop out. And my stop loss is just like right down here. So hopefully we can make a move and still go higher. But this might be the hour where we come down and then try to come back down here and then buy. That's what it feels like it wants to do. If I was smart, I might just sell the position and just get it over with. But sometimes you just want to see it play out the right way, right? Coming down, close, close. Let me see. We got some support here. We'll see. Back over to Bitcoin. I'll let you know because it'll just like shut off here on my end, and I'll be like, I lost $300 or something like that. What was it? I zoomed in on this. All right. Yeah, about 300 bucks or so. Oh, which means I'm not as close as I would think actually to actually having that. We'll keep a close eye on it. There we go. Okay. Let's get out of the 1 minute chart for Bitcoin. Let's just go back to the 15 minutes so we can kind of watch it. Because it really has been a crazy day. And mostly everything we're seeing right now is very slow compared to all the action we saw happen yesterday. All of my stop losses got hit yesterday. Dude, there was a lot of people whose stop losses got hit. It's just a fact right now that we're just seeing so much volatility in here, all for Bitcoin at the end of the day to be doing nothing. You know, regardless if you're a short or a long, you've been getting beat down by this volatility where only the people that have been going on long-term trading or swing trading, they're the only ones making any profit. And even with the swing traders, a lot of their stop losses have been getting hit because typically they're going to be moving their stop losses up over time, you know, to make sure that they can lock in a potential amount of profit. And it's just like, bro, like stop being so volatile. If you're going to be volatile, just go up. I'd appreciate that. You know, or just go down. I'd like to buy more tokens. But if you're not, it gets annoying really, really fast. Let's see how R&DR is doing. Yeah, it's really just trying to hold right here. Hopefully we can do something good here. In another world, I might move my stop loss down, but I don't want to change the trade now that I've already placed it. All right. I hear some say move your stop losses up as you go, and some say no, it can mess up, but you don't say how. What are your feelings? Oh, like oh, sorry. I probably said what I said before I read your message. Oh, hi. Yes, you very good boy. You're a very good boy right now. What was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah, a lot of times when you see people moving up their averages, like maybe an NMR would be a good idea. All right. So when I started buying NMR, a bunch of green signs lit up here. You buy right here, and so your opening trade is kind of around here. Okay. It's moving up. It's doing very, very well. So you're like, okay, it's pumping up right here. Let's move the stop loss right here. You're like, okay, cool. It never hits the stop loss. Awesome, awesome. It starts hitting up against some levels of resistance. So you're like, maybe I'll move the stop loss up here, right? But sometimes what happens is people move the stop loss up here to the extra breakout point, either right here or up here. So if it does eventually tank down, your stop loss will hit and then it'll go higher afterwards. Typically, I don't care about that too much because at the end of the day, you would have been able to buy here and sell here, or even if the stop loss hit right here, like I said before, you'd be able to buy here and still sell here. You'd still make a profit, and that's all I care about. But the size of your profit will be drastically impacted, which is why some people, instead of just moving the stop loss up, they will keep their stop loss at a very, they'll still move it up, but at a very not as generous of a move. They'll give a lot of leeway, and they'll just say, hey, we're peaking right here. There's a level of resistance or something. Yeah, level of resistance right here. Why don't we just take half of the trade off the table, have this be our stop loss moving forward, and then see where it goes? That's probably a better way to go about it, but not everybody wants to sell a part of the position like that. Some people just want to have one buy, one sell, get it over with. And there we go. And the RNDR is just about to stop out here. Just about to stop out. Is it going to stop out? I'm waiting for it to. Okay, it went more neutral. It went more neutral. So we'll have to wait and see. Uh, uh, it's on the verge of stopping out right now. We will let it sit and faster. And it looks like Chili's is just starting to break out here, which will be nice to see. The momentum should be fine. Let's go back over here to the main one. There we are. Oh, forgot to do something right here. Let me see. Is it still working? That's still working? Oh, okay. It's fine. Okay. Sorry about that. Sometimes forgetting about a trade works out well. Yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of setting up your stop losses and your price targets, which you mostly can only do on on future trading, not spot trading, is you can just let it go. If your technical analysis is right, it'll work out. If you don't do technical analysis like what I just did, it just got stopped out. You lose $350, right? Hence why I said don't do what I'm doing. I should be looking out more. But you learn over time. It's definitely a time thing. We need a little more experience, but what was the main thing you just said here? Oh yeah, but like I knew how much I was going to lose if it didn't go my way. I knew how much I was going to make if it went my way. Right now, if we go over here to see how it broke down right there, maybe the 1 minute chart. That right there, my stop loss is right there, wicked back down, and for all we know, it's going to start ricocheting back up, but I'm already done with it. Just got smacked down again. Somebody's trying to move this down here, which might be kind of fun to short, honestly, but I don't want to. I'll make my money back another way. Usually, I do larger trades when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I do smaller, larger trades with less leverage when it comes to those altcoins because, again, they don't have to. You don't have to put a lot of money in there to make money. That's the whole real goal here. So if I can find a position on my Fairdesk chart that's up around 100%, like the WLD, it's up 123%. I looks like I popped in there maybe like 320 bucks or something, and now I have $357 back. But that was a 2x leverage play, you know, so I don't have to risk too much there, which means I probably put in just actually $150, $160, something like that. Not bad. Yeah, that's for swing trades though. For day trading and scalping, it's much different. Like things will typically balance out, but you definitely want to see the portfolio grow. Like right here, this trade is up $64 now. I know it's really hard to see, but again, that last trade just took us negative $340. So, right. Preferably, if we get up here again, what did I say, 1312.32, is that what it was? Oh, what was it? 13.2. Then I'll make a profit of $398, and then maybe that covers everything for the last trade, so I really don't make any big profit or anything like that. Typically, though, I probably wouldn't even want to hold that long, because I'm always kind of worried what Bitcoin's doing. That's the trade-off you do with trading with altcoins. You're kind of watching Bitcoin at the same time. But you're like, you know what? Let's see if we can kind of go higher, wick up. My stop loss is pretty darn low. Hopefully, we don't have something like this where it does break down, because anybody has to buy back into it. And then you're just like, hour chart, you got to wait a little bit. You're basically waiting for hours and hours and hours. But, again, that's kind of the gist of it. We'll check back on it tomorrow and see how it did. Really, it kind of depends on what's happening with Bitcoin, though. Hey, Nikki, yeah, Loki's a really good dog. He's, here. So here. Yeah, you were all losing out in HRM movement. Oh, hold on. This guy's spamming a shit token, so we're just gonna get him out of here. He's Loki. Where are you? Psh. Hi. You doing a good job? No, he's chewing on a toy. Where'd Loki go? Where'd Loki go? Don't attack my back. Loki. Psh. He's really trying to. Loki. Oh, look at you. Yeah. Psh. He's a pretty lovable guy. What? I'm not even here. It's a toy. Dude, you've killed this poor thing. I threw this in the trash a week ago, and he keeps on. You're not gonna see this again. I'm tired of this thing. 1, 2, 3, attack. That's like the most fragile attack I've ever seen. But as long as he turns into a guard dog when he needs to, I don't care. Alright, there we go. 1,000 things doing that right now. What do you call? That's for true. What do you call? I'm going to call it a night, everybody. It's been a good 2 hours streaming with you guys. I'm kind of tired. Bitcoin's cooling off a little bit here. We'll see where the market goes tomorrow. Tomorrow I might do a stream earlier in the day around market close. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure what I have to do, because I know tomorrow, honestly, what I'm doing is not much work. It's mostly cleaning. I gotta put up the dishes out the dishwasher, do some laundry, vacuum the floors. The kind of like housework that I don't do too often. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that, and then I'll see if I can go live around 1 o'clock my time, like market close, because I am going to be interested to see what happens with Nvidia. If I don't stream, which is probably more likely at this point now that I think about all the shit I got to do tomorrow, I would ask that you guys just keep an eye on what's going on with Nvidia, because it could cause the market as a whole, including crypto, to have a very bad week, 2 weeks, as everything kind of cools off and consolidates. But if we're lucky and Nvidia is breaking through like massive earnings again, I think we'll be excited to see what happens with Bitcoin and a lot of other assets going forward, even if Bitcoin is kind of going more sideways right now. Nvidia, I think, has the potential to move higher, and Nvidia has the potential to move up more of our AI tokens up as well. So have a good rest of your night. I enjoyed talking with you.